Warning, shots will be fired during this presentation.
Clear my throat. Before we start, man, I want to give a shout out to one Christian Bartholomew Woods. That's his middle name. Just believe me. Give a shout out to Christian Bartholomew Woods, who just signed a contract with the dreaded, hated Lakers.
2 years.
2 years. Shout out to Larry. You said this guy was going to be in China, so shout out to Larry on that one. Larry, I would take my money whenever you're ready. But yeah, with all that being said, listen. YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, MFFLs, podcast listeners all over the globe. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs, where we talk Dallas Mavericks from a fan's perspective. Listen, man, it is the guy I'm not going to gloat. Larry know what time it is. I talked to him on Friday. It's your boy, Relle. And joining me is the man that got that little BB gun now. He's ready to start firing. And that's my boy, King. What up, man?
Not much, brother. It's good to have you back. I hope you had fun. I don't have a BB gun. I didn't shot all my shots really. I was going wild on like Twitter and all. They were hating me this weekend, but I'm ready to hear what you guys say, man. Like this is real and raw. I'm excited.
Listen, man. I stepped away for about 4 days and all hell break loose. You couldn't just keep it down until I got back. You had to start, bro. You starting forest fires out here, bro. What's going on, man? I was just like, I don't believe this, King. I don't believe this, man. I just wanted to step away for a little bit, clear my head, finally get a true vacation with the missus, come back. All hell has broken loose, man. I don't believe this. But yeah, we're going to get into all that here in a little bit. But before we do all that, man, listen, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're into Dallas Maverick content, man, you're in the right spot, man. Go ahead and join the Glow Yard Gang and join the We Talk Mavs channel, guys. Hit that subscribe button. You're in the right place. Also, for everybody just watching this, please do us a huge favor and hit that like button, guys. It does not cost you anything at all, guys. You don't know how much that would help the channel by just hitting that one itty bitty button, guys. Hit that like button for us. That'll help us out a lot. All right, man. Listen, man. I don't even know where to begin. There's so much to talk about. This is supposed to be the quiet part of the off season. And my partner over here then started some things on Twitter, man. Some other things have been said here over the last maybe 72 hours or so. Some things been said today. I got to get on, man. The disrespect got to stop, man. I'm getting tired of bringing this up, man. It seems like every show. I think we talked about this on last Tuesday's show, man. The Luka disrespect. I'm getting tired of it, bro. It's getting old. Before we do all that, man, listen. I was gonna give Luka an apology for his performance at FIBA. The man is literally carrying a left sock, a used belt, a McDonald's empty drink cup, and a number 2 pencil from an elementary school kid in FIBA right now. No disrespect to the I know that sounded disrespectful. I'm sorry. No disrespect to the Slovenia team, but we got to call it like it is. There's no other big name guy on the team but Luka, right? So Luka's doing a lot of carrying. They fell to, of course, to Germany But they did have a very convincing win against Australia. Definitely got to give Luka his props. Luka's playing amazing right now. His defense is stepping up. But the Germany game kind of highlights what I was kind of scared of here in FIBA. Is a lot of the teams you see Luka getting double teamed or triple teamed. It's like if Luka isn't doing his thing, then that's it. There's nobody else to kind of fall back on. It's very, very, very Luka centric. Something we kind of been talking about on this show for the last like 2 years. Like we want them to put a team around Luka that to where he doesn't have to be dependent on heavily. Some other people are gonna do other things too, without Luka's dependence, right? But you get that in Slovenia. It's a different circumstances. Like, we talked to Greg about this. We talked about the fact you can't just go out there and just trade for another guy, bring him to the team. I know Mike Toby kind of talked about that in an interview, talking about maybe FIBA kind of, or just in general, international play kind of opening up a little bit more to that. It's like if you want to be able to add talent, right? Because right now you only can add one national guy on your team, which is why they couldn't add Morgan and Toby on the team. Both guys are not from Slovenia. So, we talked about the fact that is why you hear us ask Greg about who's that next guy up. Like, who's that next guy that can be. I know Luka is like an anomaly, right? We know there's not a lot of Lukas out there. If that was the case, then Slovenia would have a whole slew of them, right? But who's that guy that can at least be Gordon Dragic, right? He talked about a couple guys, but they're like a long way off and all that stuff. And we kind of want to put a team to where Luka can go toe to toe with some of those guys, and we already know defenses aren't going to hone in on him and try to take him off the offense, and that be it, right? But with all that being said, man, Luka's balling. I think he's ready for the season. Looks good in shape. Like I said, defense. I guess I took for granted the fact that Luka can make other guys better. Like I said, Slovenia. If you take Luka off Slovenia, they're like whoever, Jordan or somebody, what I'm saying? Jordan the country, not the player, but they're like one of those, like, South Sudan or somebody, right? If you take Luka off that team. So Luka by himself elevates that team to being a top 5 team in the world. So, gotta give Luka his props on that, man.
Oh, man.
That's why I said I gotta apologize to Luka on that one, man. They got a big test coming up here against Canada. The biggest test for them is going to be the White Powell. I know King is kind of scared of that, man. He don't want to see them face the White Powell. It's all good. It's going to be the Toby versus the White Powell matchup. I think everybody's been waiting for. I kind of want to talk to you, man, about a tweet you had, man, that you got the people's riled up, and I'm gonna kind of say something too, man. But I saw the tweet first. Like I said, I kind of caught up with everything when I got back. I was on vacation, which means I didn't want to do anything on social media. I didn't want to see nothing. I'm on vacation. I caught up on everything, and I was like, you said something about the Mavericks to pick up Mike Toby. I'm like, what is King talking about? Like, we gotta pump the brakes here, man. He looks good right now for Slovenia. We gotta pump the brakes. But then you put it into perspective on the members only show, which was the longest show ever, man. Y'all gave me a whole shift worth of content, man. But now, so you were talking about the fact that if you gonna give a guy like the White Powell a chance, we know what the White Powell can't do. Mm-hmm. Why not go and give a guy like Toby, who's, to be honest, he's better.
There you go.
I mean, no lie told. There you go. But you right. I agree. Like I said, when you finally put his, I heard what you said. I said, okay, I see what you're saying. You're not saying just add him, just be adding him. You're saying look, if we had a choice between him and the White Powell, you want Toby, right?
You want Toby. We got to have a guy that's going to fit the Dwight Powell mold.
Yeah, and he fits the Dwight Powell mold. We talked about that before. Look, what's the one thing everybody else talk? He can rim run. That's pretty much it, right? Toby can, set screens or whatever, right? Toby could do everything that Dwight Powell does plus more.
Yeah.
To me, he's a better defender.
Little less athletic.
Yeah, he's a little less athletic, but he can still get it done, right? Like, would you say like Maxi Kleber before he got all the injuries stuff, right?
Yeah,
he's about kind of like that run. Yeah, like Max can still get up and get blocks.
He'll dunk, he'll lob and all. He's a lob threat for sure. But so he's just not as athletic.
Yeah, not as athletic. So that's not a problem for me. Also, Toby can space the floor. Something we know that the Dwight Powell not doing. Matter of fact, there was a stat I seen. The Dwight Powell averages 2.5 feet away from the basket on his attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said, bro.
2.5, King.
It doesn't.
I didn't say 12.5. I didn't say 22.5. I
Bro,
said 2.
He shot 0% from 3.
So you telling me his attempts, his attempts and feet are larger than the actual attempts he made from 3?
Yes. Mike Toby can make middies.
Toby can make middies. He can shoot threes. He's a better defender. He can rim run.
Yep.
And he can block shots.
Yep.
So what's the argument here?
I don't know.
I'm missing something here because I seen some of the folks kind of going back at you. You know what? I got a new nickname for the Powell apologists, man. I was thinking about this the other day. We're gonna start calling them the Powwows.
They got to, because I thought maybe they felt the way you were talking about at first. Like I was saying, hey, I want Mike Toby on this team. He's an incredible piece. I'm not stupid. I know Mike Toby is Mike Toby. Right. But I'm saying as far as they were going back and forth for me as far as Dwight Powell.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm agreeing.
When I said that, I'm looking, I'm like, did I miss something here? Did Dwight Powell all of a sudden turn into, Charles Barkley over the summer that I didn't know about? Did he?
Allegedly, he did.
Is he Blake Griffin now?
I was trying to figure out what he did better than Mike Toby.
You know what's funny, King? Blake Griffin, right? When, remember he was all about dunks and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. When he had his injury, you know what he ended up doing? Adding stuff to his game. Remember that first year in Detroit?
First year in Detroit. That was, I think, the best year of
that was the best year. To me, exactly. I agree. Best all-around game.
Yeah,
best all-around game.
Him being able to create and all that, it was Blake Griffin.
Create, space the floor, all that stuff, bro, right?
Yep.
Why your boy ain't do that?
I got a better one for you. You know how guys...
You had to answer. My bad, go ahead.
No, I have no answer. But you know how when they say, oh, Dwight Powell is a great guy. If he played in with worst competition, he'd be a beast, all-star type level.
Right.
How do I get the same argument though when they say that? Well, he doesn't have the benefit of playing with Luka in the FIBA. I thought he was better than the guys that were playing in FIBA, so he should be dominating in FIBA either way. But Mike Toby's numbers are way better than his.
Now, remember, we had this argument. I believe it was on. I think it was on the members only show. We had this argument, and we said this: what leads you to believe that Powell's all of a sudden going to turn into Superman when he plays with lesser competition?
Bro, dudes like Dwight Howard were beasts at certain points in the game that the coaches told him go do that. Dwight Howard, if he wanted to, could probably shoot the ball better than Dwight Powell. I don't believe Dwight Powell is a good shooter at all. That's just my opinion. I don't think he shot 0% from 3, bro. Again, in this day and age, he shot 0% from 3, and he was allowed to play. Think about, he doesn't get rebounds. Jason Kidd allowed him to play.
He's a pretty good rebounder. Shout out to Young Mustard.
I've never shot out to Young Mustard, but I've never usually, if in this day and age, they say if you're a big man that can't shoot threes, you're not going to last in this league. He shot 0% from 3. But if you can't shoot threes, you better be a ridiculous rebounding defender. Shout out to Rudy Gobert. He's not that either. So Mike Toby's a taller Maxi Kleber.
He is.
He's a guy that can play center. He's basically Maxi at center.
He is.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that's the greatest player in the world. Shout out to Rusty Buckets. I saw his video saying the most overrated guy on the team is Maxi Kleber. But yeah, as far as overrated, what people rate him, probably Mavs fans. But yeah, I feel like Toby's a taller version of him. We know that Maxi Kleber is better than Dwight Powell. So if we're going to argue Maxi Kleber, Mike Toby and Dwight Powell, is Mike Toby all day for me.
So pretty much you're saying that Mike Toby is the Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber with a fusion technique.
Not even that, man. I really don't. I think Mike Toby's better than Dwight Powell. It's not even a fusion. I just think that Mike Toby's maybe a little bit less athletic than Maxi Kleber. He's less athletic and he can't play defense as well. But he's taller in that range. So maybe a combination you said, but no, then he'll be more athletic than that. He's less athletic than both of them, but he's taller than Maxi. So I think he could bang longer. than Maxey could. But he's not a guy I want to be. Yeah, pause. He's not a guy I want to be the guy banging though, if that makes sense. Like he's another guy off the bench, some threes and that type of stuff, pick and roll with Luka, that type of thing. I just rather have him playing minutes than Dwight Powell. Right, he's a better rebounder than Dwight Powell. That's just if I told you that alone, and that he can shoot threes and shoot mid ranges, why are we arguing? Like, not me and you.
First of all, you're wrong because Dwight Powell is one of the 4 best players of all time. He's on Mount Rushmore, so I don't know where you got your stats from, bro. You don't know where you got your stats from. Listen, that yes, I just wanted to touch on that, man, because I was like, what is going on, bro? So shout out to the powwows out there, man. The powwows. That's the Dwight Powell apologist out there, man.
That might be the new shirt for next season.
Yeah, it might be. Might be with a little trash can at the bottom. But yeah, listen, man. What else has happened, King? Listen, man. This is a conversation that I know me, you, and Larry have had before. Shout out to Larry again. I know he feels that Mark Cuban can do no wrong. He's the greatest owner of all time sports.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Listen. I'm just gonna show this small clip, man, from his interview with Patrick Beverley here a couple days ago. I'm gonna show a little small clip, and then we're gonna talk about it, man. Because listen, bro, this is why you hear me say some of the stuff I say about Mark Cuban, man. And look, you know what? I don't care. I know we got some folks who watch us, certain people, certain Mav Media State members. I don't care.
Shout out to
I'm gonna say what I want to say. It's my show. Because I know a lot of them don't want to step on Mark Cuban's toes because they don't want to bite the hand that feeds them, so to speak. That's cool. He don't feed me, so I don't care. I can say what I want. The guy's an idiot, but we gonna get into all that here. Let me play this little clip, man. I had to speed it up a little bit, so hopefully we don't get hit with anything. So let's get into it.
Role perfect. Yeah. This past year, that wasn't the case. And it wasn't Kyrie or Luka. They knew their roles, right? But once other guys start playing for themselves or not playing for the team, every mistake that you can possibly have is just magnified to no end. So we made some changes, a lot of changes this year, on and off the court. And
I like what y'all did, though.
Yeah, I mean, we got younger, we got longer.
I like it.
I've been a Mavs fan my whole life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means I've been a Mavs fan as long as Mark Cuban's owned this team.
Yep.
And us being in this space, man, I started learning a lot of stuff. We started hearing a lot of things. We've had certain people tell us things who are a little bit more closely connected than we are. Your eyes are kind of opened up to a lot of things, man. A lot of the people that we kind of grew up with listening to, you have a little trepidation with now. Mark Cuban's one of them, man. I feel like how you felt, King. You said Mark Cuban was one of the main reasons why you became a Mavs fan. You kind of felt like he was like a fan that owned the team, right? That's how everybody kind of felt. I think as time went on, Mark Cuban has done and said some things that didn't sit right with me for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes too he kind of puts his foot in his mouth and he doesn't care. That's kind of like that smartest man in the room, narcissism, all that stuff that he does. But it is what it is. His team, I guess he could do what he wants. This is the thing I've learned. This kind of goes back to when we had this conversation with Bibbs and them. When we did our round table, and you remember when we said to them, I think we kind of was joking, but then kind of was like serious with it. And remember we was talking about like, yo, man, Christian Wood might want to get in front of this, man. Like, let everybody know what really happened, right? Mm-hmm. And to some extent, we actually were dead serious about that. Like, now we were joking or whatever, but we were kind of serious about that, right? Mm-hmm. The one thing I've learned over the last handful of years about the Mavericks is if things don't go right and they find a scapegoat for their problems, you better duck.
Yep.
You better duck.
Yep.
We've seen this before, time and time and again. Like I said, we saw it with Josh Howard, right? We saw it with Rondo.
We seem like certain guys, though, right?
Yeah, it's certain guys, right? Of course, we saw it with Christian Woods, right? Like the Mavericks always find this scapegoat, and it's not just Mark Cuban. It's the mass media state they in on it too. They'll kind of help push that narrative, right?
Yep.
And I can dive a little bit deeper into it, but I don't want to go that route. We're gonna keep it on the surface, because I don't see them doing that to a guy like Chandler Parsons, who pretty much bled the franchise dry with that contract, right?
Kristaps Porzingis.
Don't see it with Kristaps Porzingis, right? We don't see it with certain players.
Not at all.
But like I said, I'm gonna keep it on the surface. But anyway,
Josh Allen. Josh Allen helped us get to a finals. Josh Allen, all-star for your team.
But I just it confuses me why they do that. It's kind of a sign of pettiness to me too.
Yep.
It's like if you feel like you are better without that player, why don't you just let it go?
Just let it be.
Right? You gotta say something to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it has a sense of pettiness to it. And that's the part I don't like about this franchise. And like I said, it seems like a collaborative thing when it comes to these type of things. Like I said, it's not just the front office; it'll also be the mad media state, right? Like they'll do that to kind of back up Mark Cuban, just to kind of stay in his pockets, to kind of like, nope, don't upset Mark Cuban. Because I remember I went back to a handful of years ago when a bunch of those ESPN writers were upsetting him, and what did he do? He banned him for the whole entire year because they didn't say something that he didn't like,
Yep.
And so I'm just like, and that's the kind of person that he is, bro. Like,
I mean, he used to be your boy Trump's friend. But man, let's not go into that, like you said. As far as like Jalen Brunson, man, no matter how y'all want to put it, I feel like a lot of Mavs fans.
That was another example, because remember, he started throwing him under the bus, throwing the dad under the bus, throwing the family under the bus.
I feel like a lot of Mavs fans represent the owner in a way. You get the views of the owner, and it becomes part of yours. That's why they become casuals. People that don't really pay attention to the game would just hear folks saying stuff. You're going to trust the guy. You should trust the owner. You feel me? Like, that's not a bad thing. But Jalen Brunson is one of the best Mavericks of all time. Like, real talk. From what he did, I'm being dead serious to you. There are not a lot of Mavericks. You can go back into the 80s and all that stuff, and you can say that, bro. From what I've been seeing with Dirk Nowitzki until Luka Doncic, there have not been a bunch of Mavericks I could trust and believe in that could run without Luka, without Dirk, and win a playoff series for me. Not many. I don't know how many you can name. That includes Jason Terry. That includes whoever else you want to throw in there with me. I've never seen that ever in my life. We go out there and let this guy say, okay, he's just a nobody. We just throw him away. And his father and all that nonsense. I'm like, bro, that's how you treat a guy to help get us to the second round. Luka was hurt. Jason Kidd played him in the final game of the season, whatever, got him hurt. Remember? Mm-hmm. We needed JB. So that's how I put it together. But people don't want to see it the way I see it. I'm like, bro, Jason Terry would have never got us to the second round by himself. Let's keep it real. Keep it a buck. JB did that. So no matter how you want to put it, he did that. He gets more respect than Mark Cuban shows him, but he doesn't. So it is what it is.
So yeah, he kind of also mentioned Kyrie in his little interview there.
Yep.
Look, like I said, a couple of that little clip I showed, we already know who he's kind of throwing shots at. The whole thing kind of reminds me of the mixtape comment he made, some years back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he said and done some things over the years that kind of didn't sit right with me, but it's all good, whatever. Like I said, as time has gone on, as I've gotten older, and I started kind of experiencing a lot more things, you kind of open your eyes to certain things. And, I can say I like this team, I guess, without the owner. I'm starting to learn that now too, because I was a diehard Cowboy fan for years. I stopped watching them about 8 years ago. How long has it been, Nakeem?
About 5. What's that?
Longer than that.
It's been longer than that. 2018, ain't it? 2018, 2016. That might have been. I mean, it might have been before that.
Yeah, I think it was longer than that. Yeah,
I think you might be right. I think it is longer than that.
And I couldn't separate owner from the team. Right. I know that's what my pops say. That's what he does. But I guess I'm starting to kind of learn that now as I get older. Your owner gonna say dumb things. But the thing too about Mark Cuban, like this is why we was talking to Larry about this with the members only, right? we talk about the fact that like some of the comments he made right in this interview is as if like he still runs things the way he wants to run things, right? And remember, right. So when we talk about I know everybody was kind of praising Nico this offseason because we felt like those were Nico type moves. We thought that they finally moved out the way, let Nico do his job, and yet we still hear him on the interview saying, "Oh no, this is a collective. We do this and that." And I'm like, then why pay me to be a GM if you're not gonna let me do my job? You know.
I told you, what was it, president of basketball operations he was before?
Mm-hmm.
I told you the GM really was Mark Cuban, man. Like I really felt that way. I thought it was real.
But like I said, certain people say Mark Cuban can do no wrong. What's up, Larry?
It's all Donnie's fault, allegedly.
Yeah, Donnie's fault. They mentioned that in this interview too. It was all Donnie.
I mean, but Mark, all that stuff that if it was just Donnie, right? Like you said, Mark co-signed it, right? He was definitely on the show talking. We did this and we did that. So
no, he said Donnie did this and Donnie did this.
Oh, got you.
That's what it was. You didn't see that part? It was on the.
I heard it. My bad. Yeah. I think my closed caption was writing the wrong thing.
Yeah, you had the wrong thing on there. But yeah, I mean that's all I really had to say on that, bro. Mark Cuban kills me, man. Just can't get out of his own way sometimes, man. He has to be seen. He has to be heard. You know what I'm saying? King, do you know who the owner of Boston Celtics are?
Who the owner of Boston Celtics is right now?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't know who is.
Do you know who the owner of Milwaukee is?
No, I don't.
So you're telling me you don't know
the
owner
of the Boston Celtics right now?
So you telling me you don't know the owner of the Portland Trail Blazers?
I have no clue. It's not a bad thing that I don't know the owner, bro. It's
that, and that's my point. That's my point.
But it's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm sorry that I do know the owner. You feel me? Like that, you don't have to. Steve Ballmer is fine right now. Like he made the wrong choices with the dudes and all that with his team, but he lets his guys. I feel like his GMs make the decisions.
And there you go. I was about to touch on that too. Steve Ballmer has came out numerous times on different interviews and said, "Hey, I don't know."
Yeah,
this is why I put these guys exactly. This is why I put these guys in positions to do the job.
He's a.
When have you ever heard Mark Cuban say that?
Mark Cuban's not. Mark Cuban thinks he's a GM. Mark Cuban.
Gotcha.
Mark Cuban argues with the refs and with David Stern and all of them. Like we already knew he was part of the team. The thing is, we wasn't paying attention to it. We were thirsty for one. And after, as you mature and watch the league and all, you realize that one shouldn't have just been one, if that makes sense. Like the one held for a long time. And I told you that Rick Carlisle stayed around for so long off that one and all that. Shout out to Rick. Like, no disrespect to Rick and all. I heard him and Rondo made it. Rondo made some good comments about him and all that on JJ Redick show and all that. But like that one, he dangled it for so long, and it was paused. And it's just like, man, we should have had so much more, man. Like Dirk's underrated because of him. Like I'll always hold that on Mark Cuban, and I don't think it's done enough. Like luckily, Dirk's who he is for Mark. And hopefully Mark gives him a piece of it, of the company pause. But man, Dirk, man, like Dirk's so humble, bro. Like real true stories. That's the 30 for 30 we really need. Like the real Dirk story about what he was giving Garnett to work and all that stuff, like keeping it real with him. Talking about Chris Webber not being able to survive and all that, even though Chris Webber was a task and all. Like keep it real, bro. Like it was against us that Chris Webber really his career ended, wasn't it? That was the love against
when he hurt himself.
That love where he hurt himself, and then Chris Webber was never the same again. Bro, Chris Webber was
never the same after that.
Bro,
he ended up going to Philly after that.
I thought Chris Webber was better than Tim Duncan. I ain't gonna front to you. When I was younger, bro, I thought Chris Webber was offensively, like as far as what he could do. Oh man, Chris Webber was a beast, bro. I loved Chris Webber. I thought Chris Webber was a beast.
Cussing on the show,
bro. Chris Webber was like talented, like on the offensive side. That Sacramento's it's underrated. It's probably the one squad most folks go to when they say the what if squad. That's what won a championship. Like that means teams respect them and think they should have won a championship. They were led by Chris Webber. So Chris Webber was a beast, and he was more clutch than that other guy. That they talk about defensive player of the year, won his championship later. But but yeah, man. Like
no comment.
Mark Cuban though, man. Like the whole Kyrie thing. Like shut up. Why? Why? Like, why even discuss that? Why even make it an issue if we know it isn't? Like, why are you discussing it and labeling it? You feel me? Sound kind of bad, but why are you labeling it though? Like, Mark, why are you even doing that, bro? Like, just sit back and we know what it is, but you don't have to like put people in their place. I feel like I don't know, man. It's just Mark Cuban just always just comes off the wrong way. I hope Kyrie understands he don't represent the whole team, even though he's the owner. So,
speaking of player competition here, man, this is a clip that came out today, I believe. This one I really want to get into, man. I'm gonna play this clip. Listen, we're gonna play this clip here, man. Then we're gonna deep dive into it, man. You know how we do it. But here we go.
A lot of people would say Luka. I'm gonna say Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum 6'9". Jason Tatum can shoot the three. I saw Jason Tatum drop 46 in a closeout playoff game 6 in Milwaukee. I saw Jason Tatum handle his business in a game 7. I've seen a young Jason Tatum who ain't even 27 years of age yet be a primary option on a team that's going to 5 conference championship games, championship series in an NBA Finals. I just look at him and I say, and not only that, we just talked about conditioning. There have been times when we've looked at Luka and we've said, he ain't in shape. He's getting in shape as the season progresses.
Correct.
We look at Jason Tatum from day one and say, he's in shape.
Right.
That matters to me. I would go with
King, I want you to go ahead and let me know what's on your Kingstradamus mind out here, and then I'm gonna deep dive into mine, bro. Go ahead.
First and foremost, Jason Tatum over 25, I think. That's the first thing.
Why you taking my stilo, man? But go ahead.
Oh, my bad.
You know what? Let me do this.
Go ahead.
Can I show you some things real quick?
Go ahead, show me.
I'm gonna go ahead. Let me go ahead and break this. Let me say something here real quick, man, because this is getting on my nerves, bro. This kind of remind me of the rant I just went on last Tuesday, man. You know how I feel about Luka, man. I wouldn't trade any of these young guys. I don't care who they pick, who you can name a name. I'm not trading for Luka, bro. I'm sorry. He talks about Jason Tatum and what he does in the playoffs and this and that, right? Can I show you some numbers real quick?
I was gonna get there, but I know you got them. Let's do it.
Okay, let's look at these numbers real quick.
Let's look at it.
These are the highest averages right here, King. These are their highest averages for their career.
Mm-hmm.
Luka scores 32.4. Tatum's highest is 30.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the same year too. What? Luka is better at rebounding than 9.4. Tatum was 8.8.
Mm-hmm.
Assist. That's not even a question. Not even a question. You talk about what's the one thing you say that sets Luka apart from guys like Tatum?
Playmaking.
What was that again? I'm sorry. You said what now?
I
couldn't hear you because the averages is in my face. You said what now?
I said playmaking.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. My bad. My bad. The assist is in my way. I couldn't hear what you said.
Sorry.
Steals. Now, supposedly, right? Supposedly. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't watch the games. I don't know. But Jason Tatum is this lockdown defender. Luka don't play a lick of defense yet. They both had the highest average of 1.4 as their highest average. So you telling me a guy that lockdown cats his highest average is only 1.4? Oh, okay. Now I'm asking. I don't know. I don't watch the games. I don't know.
Yeah,
okay?
I don't need.
And look, what we got some here. Tatum got him on blocks. What?
And they both still under 1 block, so they both over half. So it's about the same.
And you know what's crazy? Luka is only 0.3 away from him, and he plays further away from the goal.
Yep. I think Luka by the end of his career gonna have better steal years than Jason Tatum.
No. Jason Tatum though. Jason Tatum. Don't do that, man. Jason Tatum.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about Jason Tatum. Let's get into this one next. I think this is the one. This is career averages, King. This is for all the games they played in their career. This is their averages. Luka is averaging damn near 30 already.
Yes.
Tatum only 22 and a half.
More years too.
Oh, what? What you say?
Jason Tatum has more years than Luka Doncic.
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
Luka with 8.6 rebounds. Tatum with 7. Now, mind you, what position does Luka play, Kenny?
Point guard.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. People are arguing about him playing a small forward position. Point guard.
So, hold on. Then why are you averaging more than the guy who plays closer to the basket?
You got to ask Stephen A. Smith.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, oh, man. Hold on, King. Listen. This right here sets it apart right here. This is why Tatum is better than Luka. Look at the assist. Look at the assists, King. Are you looking? You ain't looking. You got your eyes closed. 8 assists to 3.
Bro, Luka like 2.5 over him.
Jesus. Ain't
that shows you the difference in playmaking ability. That's the difference right there in the game. You see
this shows you why Tatum is better, King. What are you talking about? You're getting it wrong. You're not looking at it right. We're talking about advanced analytics. Look at the advanced analytics, King. Listen, steals. Now, mind you, Tatum is this locked down, can't get past him, ain't gonna let you score defender. But yet, the guy who does not play defense is averaging the same amount for his career. What? Are you sure about that, King? Is that right? I'm looking at that right.
Not right to me.
Wait, the number that I can't see. You know my eyes bad, man. I can't see that.
Like
bro.
parallel lines to me, bro.
Looking like 2 11s out there. Looking like 2 Kyries. I tell you, ain't that something? And then of course blocks per game. Ain't too far off. You know what? Tatum is better, bro. He does lead Luka in blocks, so I give him that.
0.7 blocks a game. That's incredible.
0.7 blocks a game, King. Let's see if I can find this next one here. Ooh.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Time out, King. Hold on now. Time out. Listen, I'm only going by what the great Steven.
Player.
No. Hold on. Listen.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm only going by what the great Stephen A. Smith told me. This guy's a better playoff performer. This guy is the league. This is the guy.
Bro, that's a different player. There's no way that green line is Luka Doncic. That green bar is.
We've talked about this a million times. We're going to get into that in a minute. Let's look at these numbers real quick. Luka is giving you 32.5 for his career in the playoffs. This is what we always talk about, King. Luka giving you 32, 9, and 7. Tatum only giving you 23, 7, and 4. This is playoffs when it matters, right? You don't know what people are going to say. Oh, he's been to these conference finals. We'll get into that in a minute. Steals. It's funny. Now, remember, Tatum is a lockdown. You can't get past him. You can't score on him. But look what he averaging in steals. The guy who don't play a lick of defense is averaging more steals than him. That don't seem right. They need to flip those numbers. They think they got the numbers wrong on that. They got to flip the numbers.
That's ridiculous.
And then, of course, here we go again. Tatum beat him in blocks. What? Yeah, I'm taking Tatum. A little bit.
It went from 0.3 to 0.4.
I'm taking Tatum, bro. He's better than Luka, bro. I'm looking at these numbers. It's just no way. Tatum is way better than Luka. Can I show you one more thing, King?
Oh, yeah, man.
Let's look at these accolades. Ooh. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at these. All-Star games. Luka's been to 4. Tatum's been to 4. And you said Tatum had been in the league longer than Luka, King?
Yes.
So you're telling me out of 5 years, Luka's only been in All-Star game 4 times?
Yes.
He could have been 5. He was this close. He was really close to being in 5.
If it was,
he should have been 5.
It should have been 5.
Exactly. But that's an argument for another day. All NBA first team. Not second, not third. First. 4 for Luka. 2 for Tatum. All NBA teams in total. The 4 all NBA first teams is the same amount of all NBA team total that Luka has. Tatum has 3.
Yeah.
Still outdid Tatum.
Luka got more all NBA first teams than Tatum got all NBA selections.
Facts. So.
And I love Jason Tatum, bro. You know, I always give him the credit. I tell you, I think at this point, he definitely a top 10 player to me. Like, you feel me?
I like Tatum too. I keep telling you this, man. I like all these other guys, man. I do. I really do. But you never hear us talk about Luka and then down these other guys. We never do that.
Nah, you don't worry about them.
Exactly. I've told you that a million times. I don't care about those other guys. I got Luka. I'm good.
Bro, we compare Luka to Hall of Famers already.
Exactly.
Right? Hall of Famers, like we're there.
But every time you look up, man, somebody gotta talk about one of these guys, but they gotta bring Luka down. And how many times have you heard us talk about this? We always say that you've never heard like Mad fans or Mad media, anything like that, compare Luka to somebody else. It's always those other players they compare to Luka, whether it be a Ja Morant, it be a Trey Young, it be a Jason Tatum, any of them young guys like that, right? They always compare these guys to Luka. You never hear Luka being compared to them. Why? Because Luka's the pinnacle. You're trying to get to where he is. Like he just said, this dude got more NBA All-Star first teams then this guy has all NBA votes in general, right?
Bro, Luka has the same amount of first teams as Steph Curry. Like, let's stop playing.
And let's break this down too. Tatum got blessed to be in a better situation than Luka.
Yes.
When would you say that Tatum was officially the man on that team? How many years into the league?
For sure, his second year.
You would say his second?
I say his second. His first year was Kyrie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he
was actually the man. Like he was a star of the team on his second year.
By the second year, it was his team.
Okay.
Well, no. Because Kyrie was back again, right? Third year. I'm sorry.
No.
Kyrie came back and they lost. Right? So third year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It's third year.
Yeah,
okay.
Because they were messing up the second year as far as getting the beefs and all that stuff. So third year.
Either way it goes, Luka was at halfway through his rookie year.
The beginning of his rookie year.
You know what I'm saying? Either way, like rookie year. We could just say
he didn't score the most first game. I know he had like 19, didn't he?
No, but the point is, he was the guy.
Yeah.
At least by halfway through his rookie year.
Yeah, he was the guy by the beginning. They traded the whole team halfway through.
You got lucky to get traded to a team that was already pretty much set.
They traded. Hold on, how about this, bro? They traded away half the team, got Kristaps Porzingis, and knew he was going to be the sidekick, even though he was an all-star already. About half a rookie. I mean, with a Luka's rookie year, or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm. So, once again, I've asked this question. Can you name me a time in the playoffs? You can name any time you want to. You can Google it. You can go to the library and look it up. Whatever you want to do.
Uh-huh.
You name a time in any time in the playoffs, Luka did not show up.
When his ankle got injured, and he gave you 13 points, but then still give you a triple double, and then left the game.
Can you name another time?
No, that wasn't even the time. That was just.
Oh, gotcha.
I was going to ask.
What would you say if I told you that Tatum got you a bunch of those kind of games?
I believe it. A lot of guys in the league. There are only a few guys that don't have that on their resume, or guys that have gotten to a point where you do not expect that. Like, you feel me? Luke is one of those guys. I do not expect Luka to have a bad playoff performance, which is a trash playoff performance. But I got an even better one for you, bro. Because you talked about conditioning and all that. Would you say Jason Tatum's in good condition?
Mm-hmm.
You say he was in good condition, right? Like awesome condition. Like he's fine. I don't think there's an issue.
Right.
So why you still had them trash games? And Luka don't have those trash games, and Luka the one that's.
I was just about to get on that too. This dude is out of shape. We all been talking about that. That's cool. That's fine. Out of shape, all that. Luka's out of shape, but still outperforms all these guys who they try to compare him to.
Out of shape.
I want you to hear what I just said.
I heard you.
He's out of shape.
That's dominance.
Yet he still is better than these guys who they compare him to.
That's dominance. That's Shaq dominance. That's how Shaq can play.
So you're telling me if he's out of shape, right, putting these numbers up, and Tatum is in shape, why he not putting up better numbers?
That's what I'm saying. So why does that shape even matter? They should be happy that he's out of shape.
Gotcha. Okay, man. I'm asking. I don't know. I don't watch the games. I don't watch no basketball. I don't know. I'm just here.
I wouldn't trade anybody. If Luka Doncic was Luka Doncic from, what was that, 2 years ago, where he was, before he went out with the injury, where he had the double chin and all, and Reggie Miller was calling him out. He had the game-winning 3 against Boston. I wouldn't trade that Luka Doncic for Jason Tatum.
I would not trade Luka. I don't care how big he is.
That's what I'm saying to you, bro. Like,
both ankles messed up. I would not trade him. I'm sorry.
That's how wide of a gap it is. It's levels. It's no disrespect. Like, I can call out the other guys in the league and tell you where they sit on the totem pole, and I'll call them out like legit. I'll tell you this guy is this guy. I have no problem doing that, bro. Like, the only reason that you cannot see with your eyes what Luka does, like, you got to be a hater. Like, you got Mustard saying he's great. You got Freezy. He tries to go back and forth, but he says he's the next thing. Like, we already know he's probably the best player in the league. Like, I remember Jeff Teague said that in like his second year. People was like, what was he saying? Like, Jeff Teague said he's the best player in the league, probably. Like, LeBron loves him. Steph loves him. Everybody says he's the truth and all that. Like, you have to be a hater to not understand how great this man is at putting that basketball in that goal. So
let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen anybody carry Luka in the playoffs?
No.
Interesting. How many times have you seen somebody carry Tatum in the playoffs?
A lot. I've literally never seen anybody carry Luka. I'm trying to think right now and be like,
the closest to carrying Luka is when he was out for the 2 games in Utah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's the closest.
When he's on the court,
on the
that
court,
game, he got the 13
with them playing.
Double, he was probably the most effective guy.
Yeah, because remember he had a triple double.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wasn't like no little he had a triple double. He had a triple double.
By the time he left out the game, like he was dominant. So I don't think he's ever. I've never felt like
we were literally on here on the members only show, like arguing. Johnny was saying, hey, there's an argument that Jaylen Brown could have been the best player on that team. He showed up more in the finals than Jason Tatum.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum's gap is way smaller than the gap between
Tatum and Luka.
When you get to that level, wherever Jason Tatum is on the pole, he's closer to Jaylen Brown than he is Luka Doncic. I don't care where he falls. If he falls at 6, he's still close. If Jaylen Brown is 15 and Jason Tatum is 6, that 6 to 15 range is closer to 6 to whatever you want to get Luka Doncic at. Like, that's how I feel. Jason Tatum that's no disrespect to these guys. It's a bunch of, that's why the talent is so great. That's why it's so much talent around the league. You got a bunch of guys close to each other now. Like, it's amazing as far as the talent. But there's a generational guy. And like we always say, bro, that term generational shouldn't be passed around just lightly. Mm-hmm. This guy's generational, man. That's why I always say Mark Cuban, man, he's going to get him. As long as he has 10 healthy years in him, Luka Doncic is going to have multiple championships. It's about if he gets them with the Dallas Mavericks. He goes to the LA Lakers, they're going to win championships. Like, do you have any doubt in your head if he goes to the Lakers that they win a championship?
No, because they got Christian Wood over there now.
Okay. Shout out to Larry.
Shout out to Larry. But yeah, man. You got anything else, man, you want to add, man?
No, man. Shout out to your boy Mark Cuban again, man. Just being Mark Cuban.
Being Mark Cuban, man. You ready to get to the folks?
Let's do it. Hopefully we got some powwows in here.
Powwows. All right. Let's see what's going on, man, with them questions and them comments, man. Listen, guys, if you got any questions or any comments addressing us, go ahead and hit us with that WTM, man, in front of your question or your comment, guys. And please be respectful to your Glow Yard family members, man, in the comment section, guys, as you present your question or your comment. So go ahead and hit us with that WTM. Any super chats, guys, we hit super chats first before any other regular comment or chat. And let's get into it, man. First up, we got the MVP of the channel, Glow Yard member himself, Coy, with the $4.99 dono. Much love, guys. Appreciate you, Coy. Appreciate you.
All right. Oh, I had another question for y'all. Y'all gonna beat the Astros?
You know what? I'll talk to you off the camera, bro. This I've never seen a fall this crazy, bro.
Bro, I'm like, this is.
Bro, I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what's going on.
I feel horrible for you.
We got jumped. We got leapfrog twice, bro, by the Astros and the Mariners, bro.
Bro, I'm scared about y'all standing in that 6th spot now. That's what I'm. Wow.
We had everything mapped out, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, the only thing I told my pops this, I said, because you know how they had that Mav special where they got all the stuff on sale and stuff when you cleaned up in there. I told him, I say, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Get that range and stuff.
Yeah, I want that rank. I want that light blue. I want the powder blue rank. I've been wanting that one for the longest, man. I'm gonna get that jersey.
Get it. It's gonna go on.
Only got a white. I got the white one. The white one to go with my red Ranger hat.
Y'all gonna make it, bro. Y'all gotta at least make the 6th seed. Y'all think y'all gonna get in wild card? Y'all got to, man. That's y'all got to,
bro. That's crazy, bro.
That would hurt. That one would hurt. Jet says, Miss Relle, welcome back. Wise Trash Can still here. We need a center, and that's it. And we're off to the races for a title. Been saying it for the last 2 months. Let me ask you something, bro, because I saw some rumors about a trade.
Us?
Yeah, about somebody we may be interested in. I don't know if it's real or not. It's just seeing it around. I think Bleacher Report. Oh. Gordon Hayward.
Oh,
I'll go first. I'll say no, and I'll tell you why. I don't trust his health. So
I'm saying no right now, but I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm too hesitant to say no. I'm trying to think.
If it's Tim Hardaway Jr., I think I'd rather have Tim than Gordon. I know y'all gonna be like, that's crazy, bro. He's better. I know Gordon Hayward at his best is better than him. I can rely on Tim Hardaway Jr. Other than that year where he went out with that foot. You feel me? That weird foot injury. I can still rely on Tim Hardaway Jr. being around. Gordon Hayward get hurt, bro. Like we missing.
Why do we need Hayward though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't need a Gordon Hayward.
I'm really trying to like run the roster down my head. Like where would he fit?
He's not a defender. Like a guy where you like, oh my goodness, go. So what do I need Gordon Hayward for? It's like the Bojan Bogdanovic thing again for me. It's like, what do I need him for?
I don't see the fit.
It's not worth it.
Fit. Nah. What I was in the trade? Tim and who else?
I don't know. It just said they was interested in, and that's who I would think they would use probably.
I don't know about that.
Probably be Tim Hardaway Jr. now.
And how old is he? He's 30 yet? Or?
I think he's 30. He got at least be 30 now, right? He's been in the league before Donovan Mitchell.
Never mind. I don't want to do it.
I'd rather have Tim than Gordon Hayward, man.
I don't. That doesn't.
I don't trust Gordon Hayward, bro. Like, think about it. We come to
that too,
and Gordon Hayward hurt, and we like, man, we need a shooter, and I wish
it's way too many times, man, where he's been hurt like that, man. And he's on a roll and all that, kind of like Porzingis would. Like he'll be on a roll, man, hit you with
some dumb hamstring or something like that, and we don't have Reggie anymore.
No,
you feel me? So I don't trust it, man. That'll be a big piece of 3-point that we just mess up on threes and can't make threes anymore.
Yeah, shout out to my boy B Black. I think he sent me that the other day. I can't remember.
Matt says, "What up, Matt?" He says, "Wood just signed with the Lakers." Yeah, man.
Shout out to Larry, man.
Yeah, shout out to Larry. I get to keep my house, as I said. Div, what up? He says, "Let's be serious. Luka is already having the same issues physically in FIBA as he did last season. This could turn out to be a bad year if he's 70%. Same hip issue like he had last season. Obviously, he's not recovering. Canada will win easily. Luka at 70%. Best scenarios, they lose and Luka gets some rest. No one going to defend SGA tomorrow. He will have easy time." Yeah, I'll be telling y'all though. I thought, bro, they were going to beat Germany if Luka didn't get hurt. Like they were going to beat Germany. Luka had 12 in the first quarter. Germany had 11. He was on that Luka magic type stuff, and then they just started attacking him, like between the Wagner boys and all that stuff, like hitting them and like going at him.
And that right there is what I was afraid of, man.
I know that's what I was telling you before, as far as Greg and them. Like, if he's the only guy, what happens? He has no protection. You feel me? Like, it's just like go after him, like he rough him up because the Jordan rules all over again. You feel me? Like Michael Jordan out there, rough him up.
I mean, and to be honest with you, that's what I would do.
Yeah, you should do that. That's what I thought other teams were.
Well, I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You're trying to win, but on the other end for Luka, and it was like, bro, like, this is what I'd be afraid of, man. But we got killed for this. So, but anyway, let's get to this super chat here, man. Kicks and Fits with the $9.99 don't know. Appreciate you. He says Stephen A needs to change his initials to SOS because that man has mental issues with some of his takes. He needs help. Keep up the hard work, fellas. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Now remember too, this is also the same guy that was sitting there berating talking about the draft and talking about, I would take Ayton. Hands down, no questions asked. I don't care about this other guy. And then come to find out, he never watched not one film of Luka, but he made this definitive take talking about he'll take Ayton over Luka.
Talking about Fat Boy Ayton.
Yeah, Fat Boy Ayton. Shout out to Larry and I'm gonna get on Larry and Johnny B on Friday, man. We're gonna talk Friday, man. They said some stuff too. I was like, I don't believe this, man. Talk to them boys on Friday, man.
Nancy said, "Hey guys, how you doing tonight? What's up?"
Hey, Nancy.
She said it feels like Luka has gotten hurt in every game he has played in so far this offseason. Last thing I want to see is he start the season off injured. Yeah, I already came to terms, though. I think Luka's going to stay like hurt throughout his whole career. He's Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant type dude is just going to be hurt all the time, but probably not injured. Hopefully not from wood.
Like, I think it would have been a different circumstance. But see, that's the thing too. Like in FIBA, they're very physical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're able to do that. That's why Luka is hurt. There's a reason why this time he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because like they're playing physical. Yeah, beat him up. That's how you're gonna beat the Slovenia team. We've seen that, right? Like they beat Australia, but it was still kind of playing the same as they played in the game that they lost against Germany. The only difference is Germany's a lot more physical than Australia. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Like Luka just started shooting step back threes, no, like that. That's when you can tell Luka hurt.
Yeah, exactly. You said Detroit.
Yep, against Detroit when he just started shooting threes, he's like,
"Look, shoot all them step back threes." Yeah.
You look at him, he the most dominant guy in the paint in the FIBA, and then he just starts shooting threes. That means that he's hurt, that he can't get in it the same way.
Always two reasons why you would start selling for jump shots is when you're tired,
or you're hurt. Yeah.
Yep.
Div, and I don't think he was tired in the second quarter already. You feel me? I
hurt.
don't think he's that out of condition. Div says Wood is good enough for the Lakers, who have more depth than us, but isn't good enough for our team. And Powell is effing joke, man. This is embarrassing. F you, Powell, and blackmail material you got on Cuban. Hey, man, see Wood. I think he's going to look good beside Anthony Davis as long as Anthony Davis can stay healthy. That's going to be a good combination. Probably in crunch time, too. Like, I can see him playing more than Vanderbilt in the crunch.
Ain't he from L.A.?
I think he may be. I know he said it's a dream to be there. So, I mean, bro, he going to look good. As long as Anthony Davis stay healthy, he going to look good, man. And then you're going to really see, shout out to Larry, what you do when you have a weapon on your team, how you surround him and how you protect him. Just like in baseball, you protect the hitter and all that stuff. You do it the same way in basketball and any other sport. So you'll see.
I ain't gonna lie, the Lakers are scared. They got a deep team, man.
They do. It's about hopefully LeBron falls off a cliff, right? Johnny B says 1 year gotta happen. Glow Yard gang member says, Glow Yard, what up? What up, Johnny?
What up,
B?
Johnny B?
Div says, I will buy a Toby jersey if he somehow tears Powell's Achilles.
Oh man, I'm not touching that one.
I ain't messing with that. Yeah, I said it. But that Powell and Jason Kidd for turning me into a hater. Jeez, at least you're admitting it, Div, man. But I can't.
That's what I was gonna say about the whole. The one thing I still have not heard is accountability with anybody in the front. The only person I've heard take accountability was Nico. Nico saying, "I got to do better. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that." I didn't hear your boy. I didn't hear your owner. I definitely didn't hear Jason Kidd because he didn't do it all last year. It was always somebody else's fault, which is why I also got mad with the fact that he already had a built-in excuse.
Bro, your boy, what's his name? Pat Bev on the show with Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban want to call out guys like Christian Wood and all that. I'd have came back with a follow-up question about, well, how do you feel about giving up a first-round pick for these guys? That's what you need to ask this guy so you can get accountability, but he ain't going to answer that question, though.
So this is my thing, bro. And I was thinking about this other day when it comes to, I know everybody loves to hear the players' podcasts and stuff like that. I don't like listening to the players' podcast because I don't feel like it's genuine. Like, I feel like you're just being like very cookie cutter with your questions and stuff like that. Guests on there, you don't want to upset them. You're not going to ask the real hard questions, which I've heard people say it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's fine. That's why I don't really take a lot of credence in their podcast. No disrespect to their shows. I bet they're entertaining and all that stuff. I've seen a few of them. They're pretty entertaining, but you're not going to ask the hard questions. Like, because you still in the league. You don't want to ruffle any feathers with anybody, right? Guys like, I guess that's why you hear guys like, well, one guy on the show is helping that, but like a Gilbert Arenas show, like Gilbert Arenas ain't got nothing to lose. I'm not trying to make a team or anything. So he's just gonna say off the wall stuff, right? Yeah. No matter if it's right or wrong, but he's gonna say some off the wall stuff. So
he'll tell you what happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's gonna tell you what happened behind the scenes. What's gonna happen to him?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
He already.
That's why like I heard people like, oh yeah, I'm glad the players, so we can start hearing from a player's perspective. It's like, but yeah, the players aren't really just being 100%, just giving it all like that, giving you all the depth and all that stuff. Even Draymond, a guy who's supposed to be so outspoken, like he doesn't do it on his podcast. So that's why I'm just like, I mean, that's cool. Like, you know how Patrick Beverly is. He wasn't rah-rah. You heard him on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. Like that, he was more open on that than he was on his own podcast. So that's why I'm just like,
Rashad McCants be tripping, bro.
Yo,
Rashad McCants be tripping, but Rashad McCants was nice though. But he be tripping though, bro. Like, come on, man. Talking about he and take it serious and all that stuff. Getting the call. That's why they let you go there, bro.
Not a great coach and all that. I'm like, bro, this dude.
I'm like, yo, we're not even like the biggest Pat Bev fans and all of that stuff. But Pat Bev farther up on the totem pole than Rashad McCants, and that's because of his own doing. You feel
me?
Like,
did you hear you see some of the comments under there, man? Like people were saying, like, bro, I didn't even know who Rashad McCants was.
Who is Rashad McCants and all that? Like,
yeah,
he was playing with Kevin.
We almost had him one time, right? We almost got him towards the end of his career. We almost got him.
Right, bro, the thing is, he got skill though. He still got skill. He's still young. I think he's like early 30s, maybe, if that. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah, he was out the league after 3 years. I feel like he was gone quick, but Kevin Love was even like putting him under the bus, saying that he wasn't the best person to deal with. He just ain't know how to turn it off. You ain't know how to turn it off. Like, as far as you got to know how to talk to people and all. Like, you can't always be, one-on-one. So
I'm talking like he's Jordan or something. Like, bro, you need
to
calm down.
The
bro.
more you talk, the more it kind of shows you are a failure. If that
yeah,
makes
that
sense.
exactly.
Like you gotta be humble, bro. Like even Gilbert Arenas now, he talking back to Robert Ory and all. He's being humble. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna make the Hall of Fame and all. Like he understands, like, bro, but I had a run though. You feel me? Like it is what it is. So Rashawn McCants be going like, I'm like, bro, you failed. You failed. Pat Beverly came from overseas and made the league. You failed. You were high. You were a high draft pick. Exactly. Pat Bev didn't win a championship, did he? No, he didn't win with the Lakers. Johnny B says the Lakers are the biggest team in the NBA right now, and none of the bigs are one-dimensional. They might win the title this year. Well, Vanderbilt might be considered one-dimensional.
Yeah. So Vanderbilt might be on the bench.
I think they're
He
going
might
to
be the
start.
odd man out.
No, I think he starts. I think he's.
Yeah, I think he might be because it was already like he was already kind of like
How is he going to play? Because they're not going to play Anthony Davis 5 unless
he kind of
AD
they were. I remember I was watching a Laker podcast and they were talking about that. It was like a lot of them thought that he was gonna get traded.
You still want him?
Not now. No, I'm good now.
He's too one-dimensional now, right?
Huh? Yeah.
He's too one-dimensional right now. It's going to hurt the team. We already got DJ Jet.
Because he got exposed now 2 times in the playoffs so far. The last 2 playoffs. So
yeah, he did look good playing defense on Luka though. I ain't going front.
Yeah, he did.
Div says, I read that one right. Yeah. Div says, you got ish coach when a player like Wood can't be played over Powell. And where you worry about bringing players in who he might hate. Div hates Jason Kidd and Powell right now. I feel you though, Div, man.
He probably not. I mean, he's not the only one. Be real.
It is what it is right now. Nancy says, I wish that everyone would stop saying in that interview. In the interview that this is Luka's team, that Kyrie knows is Luka's team. Yes, Kyrie knows it's Luka's team, but by now, I think the whole world knows it's Luka's. My point, and that is no one wants to hear that all the time, even if you know it doesn't mean you want to hear it 24/7. Plus, Luka can't win it alone. Kyrie still does bring a lot to the table. Yes, too.
Nancy, listen, it might be comment tonight. A man, Nancy, that made me mad during the interview.
What the hell, bro? Like,
I'm
shut
like,
up.
what are y'all? Thank you. Shut up.
That ain't how you build.
What are you doing?
You're splitting them apart. Like you're labeling them and splitting them apart. You idiot.
Oh my God. Nancy, you hit the nail on the head. I forgot to touch on that part. That made me mad too.
That's what I was saying as far as he was labeling.
I'm like, bro, shut up. And he kept reiterating it, bro. I'm like, oh my God, man.
Yeah, he was labeling them and he's splitting them up, man. And I'm like, bro,
bro, like you said, we all know that, but shut up, don't say it. Like
we all know Kyrie knows. He said it. Kyrie even said it now. Like, you don't gotta keep saying it. Like, shut up. That's the stuff you say when it's beef going on and you gotta set something up. Like, why are you starting issues? Like, we're fine. Let it be.
How many times have you heard Kyrie come out and say, like, yo, we're trying to build a team. This is a team thing. Like, it's not just about me and Luka. It's a team. And you said, well, yeah, we know it's Luka team. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
You doing that same? I told you the stuff I get scared of as far as trying to pamper that James Harden stuff. Where you like,
bro, no. You scared because Cuban opening his mouth. That's what you're scared of.
Yeah, it is.
Shut up.
Not because of Luka. I'm saying because of Mark Cuban. Though, like you said, yeah. Mark Cuban goes ahead.
That'd be killing me with this dude, man. Shut up.
Like, bro, you don't have to keep. So we know everybody.
We know exactly.
We all. Everybody everywhere knows Luka's Batman.
You just sat there and was talking about roles, right? You were just sitting there talking about roles. Then later on the comment, Luka. Like, bro, what are we doing? Like you making the other guys feel like they're not important. They're just here.
Yeah, that's bro. Like this dude, I don't get it. He didn't do that. He didn't do that to Chandler Parsons, man. Like that's irritating. It was dudes on this team, bro. By the time when Chandler Parsons was here, we had maybe 2 or 3 dudes better than Chandler at some point. He still ain't did it to Chandler Parsons. Div says, you know how I know Cuban is worried about Luka staying? He keeps saying to the same ish. We all know, such as Kyrie knows it's Luka's team, as if we need to be told this BS. What a clown Cuban is. Hey,
thank you. Oh, I'm saying, bro. Like, shut up, bro.
Dave says, I honestly feel Cuban is going to try to lay blame on Kyrie if things go south and will defend Luka. It is as if Kai is going to be the scapegoat for the ish roster construction, man.
So he's a new scapegoat. Huh? Yeah, it's to the point. You got to play bingo with the scapegoats on this team, man. If something don't go right, somebody going to get blamed. Every single time.
You can tell Mark Cuban a boss. He ain't a leader, man. That's the boss talk. That's that boss talk, the way he talk. Like, bro, shut up.
I hear you, bro. I didn't look at it like that. You're right.
What up, Sporting Game? I feel like it's been a second.
Sporting game.
He say, bro, Woody is going to LA. I hate it, Wakers.
Yeah.
That's a good look. We said that though. We said he was waiting, and he got 2 years, and it's a player option.
What are you talking about, King? He's on the way to China. What are you saying?
Ooh. Reggie, Glow Yard Gang member, cuz says, "What up,
Bro Law? What up, man?
I see you, Marky. He says, been a while, guys. How y'all been? Been fine, Mark. Appreciate you.
Good.
Said also Luka could take a page out of Joker's book, not playing in FIBA to get right for the season. Hey, man, I'm not touching it. Let him play.
I'm not touching it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. If you want to do it, that is what it is, man. Mount Glow Yard Gang.
Mount, I feel like I've been a while for Mount, too.
He says the white Powell is trash.
What? No, not the white. No.
Matt says Luka might have to drop 45 for Slovenia to win tomorrow. About right.
Hey, what time is that game tomorrow?
Is it an early one again? Like 6 again?
Hey, somebody, hey, Glow Yard, let us know what time is that game tomorrow. Let us know if it's let us know in Central and Eastern time so I can see if I can be able to watch the game while I'm at work. Wiz, what up, man?
Says welcome back, Relle, from the Knicks fan in Los Angeles.
Well, I thought she was in New York, man. That's what's up. Appreciate it, man.
Relle, welcome back. King, you too. Nice to see you two back together. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
I see you as well. Queen says welcome back as well, bro.
Thank you.
Jet says the Lakers got Wood. They might run the West now. That's crazy. How we go from Christian Wood trash, can't do nothing to the Lakers pick up Christian Wood.
Hold on. The Glow Yard didn't do that.
I know. I'm just saying.
Well, actually, one person did that. Shout out to Larry.
Johnny V also says once Powell and company eliminates Luka in the AM, he's guaranteed 20 minutes for the Mavs next season. Man, stop, man. I have a feeling in my heart they're gonna showcase the white Powell tomorrow, man, and that's gonna
be Twitter and all that on Mad Twitter and stuff.
Just for some reason, Dwight gonna have like a 20-point game, bro. Just because, man, like. I hate life. Sometimes, man. Not seriously, y'all, but man.
Oh, the white pal, man.
Ironic. I see you, Frank, first. Yeah, it was, man. They were wild. Johnny B and Larry were wild. They awesome, though. Coy says Braves beat the Dodgers 3-1 in the series this weekend.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, we ain't scared of no Dodgers. They beat the hell out of them, man. Y'all know I had to get my victory lap. Much love, Ribs. Hey, Braves, y'all lost today, though. I'm watching everybody because we still right there creeping. Everybody keep not paying attention to it. I'm like, man, we just keep winning and just winning. And they're like, whoa, what's going on? So they fell off a game today, too.
Baseball is stupid now.
Oh, man, I know how you feel. Bro, y'all gonna get in there, though, man. Y'all
can't. I don't want to just get in, bro. We were comfortable.
But y'all gonna play the Astros. Y'all gonna end up on. I told you it's gonna be you versus the Astros in the first round, and to get past them, y'all gonna have to beat them.
Wanted to play the Astros in Arlington, not in.
I mean, you get to play them. You just gotta play. What's that? It's a 5-game, right? It's three. Three, 5, 7. 3.
Yeah, best out of
3
out of 5.
So you get one. Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, y'all gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta beat them, man. Like y'all can't beat them. Like they don't look invincible unless they play y'all.
I don't know why, man. We retold our bullpen and everything. I don't know what's going on, bro.
The Dodgers lost again today too, so they fell further behind us. Shout out to the Dodgers. Shout out to you, Reeves. Martin says Toby is too slow though. I don't think he'll be able to guard faster NBA dudes. Martin, you are 100% correct, Martin. I do not disagree with anything you're saying. That's why I keep telling everybody 2 things can be true at the same time, though. I do not think Dwight Powell will be able to guard faster dudes in the NBA. So that's all I'm saying. Like,
what you mean? What you mean? The Dwight Powell's locked down in the paint. Don't do that, King.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not.
You see the advanced analytics, man. Don't do that.
I don't want Toby over D. Lively or even Rashawn Holmes. I'm just saying as far as comparing him to Dwight Powell. He also says, let's just put our hopes in the D. Lively and hope he becomes a Tyson Chandler with a 3 and not a Willie Cauley-Stein. I'm not expecting a 3-point shot as much, but I think he's going to be legit. I'm actually getting higher hopes for him.
He looking good in open runs right now.
Yeah, they're saying major things about the rookie, so I'm thinking they just develop quickly. That's what I'm thinking, and that's a great thing.
I'm telling you, man, they reminded me of when we got Nahara, Courtney, Alexander, and Danielle Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
Not Danielle Marshall, Danielle Harvey.
Yep. Frank Low Yard Gang member also says people talking about Toby ain't NBA athlete. Brooks from Bucks doing pretty good for mid 30-year-old who isn't athletic either. Luka ain't a athletic freak, but doing pretty good too, in my opinion. I hear you, Frank.
Yeah.
Johnny B also says Dwight Powell athleticism does nothing for him. He's 6'10", so he'll be able to dunk regardless. He can't score, rebound, or block shots, even 40-inch vertical. Yeah, and
that's crazy.
He's 6'10" or 6'9".
I say he's like 16. I heard like 6'11" before.
I think they be saying that. I think like 6'9", bro. I don't think Dwight Powell that tall, man. Dwight Powell taller than Maxi Kleber?
Yeah, Maxi Kleber on like 6'8".
I don't know. Dwight Powell taller than Maxi Kleber? They be like the same height when they stand beside each other.
Because you're best friends. You know how when you best friends,
man, get out of here. Y'all start looking alike and being the same size.
Exactly. Wearing the same clothes and stuff. You know how it is.
Eddie says, FG, shout out to the Dallas prospect and Andy, man.
Shout out to the Dallas prospects, man.
Yeah, that was a good one, Andy. That was a good one, man.
Wows.
Oh, Gina Kim, what up? She says, hey, fellas. What up, Gina Kim? First off, shout out Kyle Legacy. Secondly, I'm really nervous about tomorrow's game. Luka versus Shea, Powell versus Mike. I'm going to need Slovenia to cook these boys at least enough to win. I think Luka will win, yeah. I think we all overhyping Canada. I from the beginning told y'all I think Luka can do this because Team USA has a bunch of like bench guys and stuff on the team, bro. Like it just takes some Luka magic. I've seen Luka beat teams.
First of all, Team USA got Austin Reeves. Don't do that, bro.
I have seen Luka Doncic beat teams that may be tougher than this, right? Tougher than NBA squads with some of these bad Maverick squads. That's what I'm saying to you. So that's why I felt like
I've seen Austin Reeves carry this team to the goal. Don't do that.
To like 12 points a game. Got you. Same way your boy.
That's Hall of Fame numbers. Don't do that, bro.
Rondé Hollis Jeffers, or whatever, looked like
who?
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, right. Yeah, gotcha. I'm sorry. I didn't know who you're talking about.
But he has no right hand at all. It's wild.
But he looked funky with that little left too.
Bro, he has no right though. Like I talked to shout out to Johnny B. He was like, well, I mean, you can still make it in the league without a right. It's a bunch of people with only one hand. I'm like, true, that is true. But he has no right hand at all. In the league, they going.
He not going right. He's trying to force his way to the left. Like
he goes to the left. He hitches
like,
it.
I don't care what you don't do. I go head and left regardless. You understand? You understand? I'm going left.
He was cooking them dudes. I ain't front.
Yeah. You think gonna get a contract because of this?
Probably so. He'll probably get a contract. I don't know if he'll last. He has no right. Like, bro, unless he's just a spot up shooter with no right, he has no right.
It's different because when you go to the league, you have to play a role.
Yeah. He got to shoot the ball. Which
you are the guy over there in Jordan right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then if he driving, he ain't gonna be able to drive with no right. Like I don't think he's gonna be able to do that all the time and get the points he getting right now. So I don't know. And then his defense, not like lockdown defense, nothing like that. So I think it's just something he looked good in the FIBA. It's kind of like Dennis Schroeder. You feel me? Dennis Schroeder is a superstar FIBA guy. He isn't a superstar in the league though.
Yeah, it's different. Like I said, it's different when you're featured as the guy compared to like you got to play a certain role. You go to the other team.
Shout out to Carly Jones on We Talk Mavs. We definitely talked about keeping that man on his team, and that why did they get rid of that dude? Shout out to Carly Jones, almost getting a triple-double, the first triple-double in FIBA history and all that, bro. In the South Sudan and all that. Come on, man. Why they get rid of Carly? Called that from day one.
Carly said, "Put some respect on his name, man." I'm saying what Carly said.
But got Dwight Powell. Carl out there got the number 3 or 4 PER in the whole FIBA tournament and all that, but we kept Dwight Powell.
No, Dwight Powell up there too. He up there too.
Got you.
They got advanced analytics too, man. In FIBA, don't do that, bro.
No, y'all talk about taking the two ways in all serious. We let Carl Jones go. There we go again. I just keep doing it. Harold says if Luka beats Canada tomorrow, I'm raising hell on Twitter. I feel you, Harold. I think you will. Harold says I need Lively to start. I'm thinking that's gonna happen. Harold says King's second favorite player of all time just signed with the Lakers. He was maybe my second favorite man for a moment on the team. So I'm glad he got a spot, and I think it's going to actually I think he's going to be successful with it. That's actually cool. Orange Juice says I'm super high on Jaden Hardy. I think he could win 6th Man of the Year. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We'll see his position, what he does. TGK said he got hit with a copyright for PG podcast clip. He showed it sped up too.
Oh man.
How
long was it? How long was the clip? TGK, let us know how long. He probably went to bed now, but trying to see how long the clip was.
Berg says, I've never seen a player protected the way DP is protected, considering what he brings to a team. Screens and rim roll, and that's it. He's a ceiling limiter as long as he is in the rotation. Hey, Berg, I told you, I've never heard it as far as what I just told you earlier. He can't shoot threes. So usually when you can't shoot threes, you're out the league if you're not a guy that's dominant in the paint. He's not dominant in the paint. So why is he in the league? I don't playing center at that. Like,
listen, man, I gotta hit this. Shots. Bergs, man, he's spitting out here, spitting
Major
facts. Is what he doing. I've been saying it, Bergs. I've been saying it for the longest, but we get demolished.
Richard, Glow Yard Gang member, what up, Richard? He says, I'm with Relle. Why you say that flat earth better? Learn. Why insult someone right off? Yeah, Mark Cuban is tripping. Gina Kim said, just heard that Wood got traded to the Lakers. Very disappointed. I really wanted him to go to the Heat and hoop, but now it's hard to be happy for him when I'm not a big Lakers fan. Yeah, the Lakers.
Yeah, it's understandable.
It's the Lakers, though. That's what I'm saying. If Luka goes over there, there'll be guys going over there, too.
The rumor was it was going to be the Heat or the Lakers. It was another team. I can't remember who it was.
Bro, when you got a chance to go to a team that can make you a THT, an Austin Reeves, you go there. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's going to be showcased this year. They're going to know who Seawood is this year.
You said what now?
The league's going to know who Seawood is this year.
You say they're going to do what to him now?
They're going to know who he is this year because he's going to be.
Oh, I thought you said something. You said showcase.
Oh, they're going to showcase. I'm sorry. Yes, they're going to showcase his skills this year on TV.
Interesting. Gotcha.
So shout out to Seawood. That's what I'm saying. He got the job in the Lakers, man. Like I said, they gave him the player option. So really, if he balls out, which I think he's going to this year, he can opt out again and get a better contract. Shout out to what I told your boy Larry that he would do. Now that the Mavericks put him in a situation, that's what he's going to have to do now. Shout out to him for getting that done. And now he's going to go get it. He's going to probably have good games against us.
Larry, let me know if you still want to make bets with me.
Christian Wood going to be the new Maverick killer?
Oh, he's going to kill Dwight Powell. I'm telling you that now.
Dwight can't play him out there. Pause. Harold says Cuban worst owner in pro sports.
I can't wait to the round table.
Frank says what's more annoying about that Cuban clips is that it isn't even accurate. Wood was basically shunned from the team, and if team don't want him, why play for that team? Hey Frank, we in bizarro world.
I said, Frank, we see this all the time with this team. If it's a bad season, they got to find a scapegoat. We've seen it so many times. Christian Wood was a scapegoat. And you notice how every interview he has, he always tries to reiterate that and try to put that out there. You see the Mad Media State try to put that out there. That's what they do.
Mad Media State. That was a good point. I think it was Dave earlier about the Kyrie thing. I didn't even think about that. As far as making Kyrie the scapegoat. I didn't even think about that. And I'm like, ooh.
Would you be surprised?
I wouldn't. That's why I'm like, I didn't even think about it. And I'm like, whoa.
He already kind of put that out there when he said, "Oh, Kyrie knows, and this could be his last chance." Blah blah blah.
Yep. Nancy says, "King, I saw you going back and forth with your guest Mustard about Harden. What do you think about the mock trade Harden for Kyrie?"
Oh my God.
Absolutely not, Nancy.
Nancy, listen, I ignored that stupid trade. I'm not taking Harden for Kyrie. He ain't lost 8 months.
I don't know who should trade for James Harden. To tell you the truth. Truthfully, the best team for him right now.
I know who shouldn't trade for him.
No, us.
What?
The Dallas Mavericks, but the Clippers probably would be the best bet for him if they can stay healthy. It all come back down to that. Like if James Harden just has to play point guard, like if he's just like has to play point guard, like you say, bro, make sure everybody gets set up.
Like he did in
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yep, just set people up and make sure they're good and get to the rim and get wide open threes and all that. If he can do that for you, he's gonna be a point guard. And he can be the third best player on the team, and then you got Kawhi and PG still running it. They're one of the favorites. But if fishes will wishes, right?
Huge if.
Yeah. Harold says I try to avoid media at all times. I only read the headlines.
Amen, Harold. Amen. Because I heard what you and I heard we all had that conversation on the show the other day on the members only. Johnny and them talking about that, why they don't like watch ESPN and all that stuff. And I'm like, I've been saying that for the longest. You heard me say that. I stopped watching those guys, man, because it's a lot of clickbait type of conversations. Yeah, it's fake news. Like they don't watch the teams like that, man. To be even they how many times we sit there and say like they don't know the heck they talk like. We just heard Stephen A. minute ago saying something stupid, man. So
I watch it. I told you I watch it to try to understand. It's not like it's like trying to understand the enemy, or in a way. Like so when people like argue certain things with me, I kind of understand why they're saying what they're saying. Because I'm like,
those are the folks I don't argue with.
Yeah, that's there you go. So it's like, okay, I don't have to argue with you. You need to be taught. You feel me? Like he's something that's like
I used to argue with a dude. I swear to you, man, that sounded like he regurgitated everything he heard on ESPN. I just tell him that, like, bro, I can't talk. You sound just like ESPN. Like, yep. I'm not finna argue with you.
I feel you.
Like, I tell folks all the time, bro, watch the games, bro. It's not that hard. Just watch the games. You want to watch highlights and listen to ESPN and get what get your understanding of what's going on. Like you have to watch. Them highlights don't really tell you the full story, man, of what actually happened. You have to watch it yourself.
Gina Kim says, Relle, you were a Cowboys fan? Man, I'm so sorry for all the things you went through. Those times must have been tough and emotional for you. I'm glad you recovered okay. I'm glad you left me. You were a fan when Tony Romo was around, right?
Yeah, I was fan with Tony.
So like that damn field goal.
And he slipped. Yeah, man. Yeah, he slipped.
Man.
All I remember, I was like, what just happened? I was confused. I'm like, what just happened? I was so like you ever seen like a moment, like, you just like stuck, you like
did that just end?
Yeah, like what just happened? I'm confused. Like, wait a minute, what was happening?
Oh,
you had to sit there. My pops was sitting there watching it, bro. We was sitting there watching the replay like 20 times. Like,
what just happened?
Wait a minute, I'm confused. What just happened? Like,
he got hit.
I didn't know if it was like planned or whatever. Then later on, it was like, oh no, it slipped out of his hand. So he tried to run it in or whatever. And I'm just like,
bro, some people change the notion attached to them or like the moniker. Like certain people get the opportunity, i.e. like a LeBron and stuff like that. Like certain people don't always hold on. They still hold on to certain traits, if that makes sense. Like at certain times you still look at LeBron and you like, he thinking too much in the clutch. Like I can still do like LeBron's the best when he doesn't think in the clutch. When he just goes and makes a move, it's like, all right, Bron, you hit it. When he's thinking, sometimes he makes moves like pass the ball to George Hill. Bro, you take that ball in there with Steph Curry on you, bro. Like you got 51 on the table. Go do it. Like that's how you finish it. But you still see stuff. When I saw Tony Romo do that, I knew he was an F up.
That was his first playoff game.
It was at that moment I was like, bro, he gonna be an F up.
And they took him off. Remember, he was a
yep. He held on to the ball. They took off and put the punter right there like it should be. But at that point on, bro, I knew he was gonna be an F up. Tony Romo would have some of the greatest game. I watched Tony Romo have a great game. I think that year Peyton Manning went to the Broncos and and had
was it 5? He had like 500 yards.
Yeah, they were going back and forth. It was like Dan Marino and Drew Bledsoe all over again. It was like they were going back and forth. It was like whoever got the ball last. No, it wasn't, because Tony Romo at the end of the game gave the ball back to Denver and said, "Here you go."
At the goal line.
After that perfect game, and said, "There you go." And I'm like, this dude I don't know what it is. It just is what it is, man. Some people got it, some people don't. Richard says the White gets 10% of Mavs. Dirk gets bad knees and back. Yeah, Dirk can't even walk. You see him running away from what's his name? Schroeder. Yeah, he was scared. He couldn't even move. He was like stuck in cement. Dang, Dirk gave his career to Mark Cuban, man. Harold says Cuban is a you know what. He wouldn't dare say a word about Luka. Oh, you know that.
Oh no, he's not stupid, man.
He wouldn't say a word about.
He ain't stupid.
He wouldn't have said a word about Kyrie if this was a couple years ago either. He just feeling a certain way and being entitled and all. Come on, we know we don't get players like that. So why would he do that? He act like he would get superstars all the time. Gina Kim says,
remember we got Dwight Howard, we got Darren Williams and all that. Remember that?
Giannis, yep, all them dudes. DeAndre Jordan. You're right. Chandler Parsons.
Yeah.
Gina Kim said, I also think Cuban should just keep his mouth shut at times. It sucks. Wood was being blamed. Pause. When it was more than just him. He played well with Luka, got his minutes cuts, but still scored well. Yes, Gina Kim. Nancy says, Relle, how many chips did Jason won? Guess it's for you.
Oh, one. Talk about Jason Kidd?
I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, one.
Yeah. He been to 3 finals and won 1, right?
Yeah, 3 finals, 1 and 1.
Berg says that comment Mark made about Kyrie was so unnecessary. I bet this is the reason we can't sign other free agent stars. They get a whiff of Mark's arrogance and it turns them off for coming here.
No comment.
Frank said people would be like, Tatum dropped 50 in the game 7. Yeah, but he was also hot during hot trash during the whole series. Yes, he was.
Yeah. Like you can pick games out of the playoffs for Tatum. Let's talk about series in the playoffs for Luka.
I mean,
he dropped that 50, but yet still averaging, what was it, 23 points a game in the playoffs?
I mean, Luka Doncic is arguably, I told you, he just has to win. If everything stays the way it is, he just has to win. Yeah. I don't even think it's arguable. I think Luka Doncic is the greatest playoff performer there is. Like, for him to be as close as he is scoring with Jordan, like he's basically like fractions of a point away from him, but the other stuff included as well, and the shooting percentage and all that. Like, Luka is probably the greatest playoff performer we've ever seen. And
he was close before. Didn't he score like 47?
Man, Luka had 37 in the game 7. Didn't play the fourth quarter.
You said what now?
I said Luka Doncic had 37 in a game 7. Didn't play the fourth quarter away against the team that had the best record in the NBA.
What?
And then their owner wrote a letter apologizing to the fans.
I got that letter hanging on my wall.
And
hanging on my bedroom wall.
And so the thing.
Yep. I'm so sorry. And here's the keys to the franchise. I'm done. I don't want to see this team anymore.
Ray says Relle's on fire. Yeah, you on one today, Ray.
Appreciate it. I've been holding it in all off season, but like I said, trying to go on vacation, man. I can't enjoy myself. King out here routing up the foes, routing up the powwows out here.
Lies, Glow Y'all gang member. What up, brothers? What up?
Oh, dang, we're live. It's been a minute for Lies.
You feeling better, Relle? Seems you had a lot of steam to let off.
Yeah, I'm feeling better, man. Feeling better.
Gina Kim says the Luka disrespect is getting out of hand. Look at Luka's team and look at Tatum's. Yet Luka is a ball hog, but averages more assists. Luka can't defend, but averages the same amount of steals and rebounds. Hey, by the way, bro, I didn't even put the percentages up there. I bet you Luka's shooting a better percentage than Jason Tatum too. You're gonna put money on that. Anybody? Before we look at that, except for free throws, not free throws. I know people gonna get at me. Oh, you didn't say everything. Free throws, not free throws. Right?
Hey, he shoots a better percentage of free throws, but yet Luka averages more in the regular season and in the playoffs. So what does that say about Tatum?
He's better.
Okay, but y'all, Gina, you're 1,000,000% right.
He's better. Nancy says the craziest thing that Mark said after he kept saying Kyrie knows this is Luka's team was when he said if Kyrie needs to go stand in the corner, then that is what his role is. Stand in the to stand in the court. I forgot about that. Nancy, you on point. Hey, Nancy, you bringing everything we forgot. Corner, that is the last thing the team needs for Kyrie to go stand in the corner. That would be a total waste of Kyrie's talent for him to just stand in the corner. He was Mr. Fourth Quarter last year. Where I was mad. I'm like, why isn't Pat Bev saying something like, you think so Kyrie should be standing in the corner? That's what I'd have said back to him. Like, you think Kyrie should be Oh, bro, that's your boy, man. That's the owner of the team. He a GM, bro. He the coach. He making decisions. Look, they're a committee. They're a committee, man.
I can't wait till Friday. I gotta hear Larry's excuses for this one.
You gotta stand in the corner.
Gotta stand in the corner.
Larry might have stand in the corner after this. Live says, have you guys seen that stupid Kendrick Perkins take about FIBA top 5 best players? This one made me pull my hair off. Nah, if it didn't have Luka in it, I don't even want to. And it should have Luka number 1 by far. So,
Lies, you said Kendrick Perkins. I didn't. You lost me at Kendrick Perkins. I'm not listening to Kendrick Perkins.
I think Kendrick Perkins too is starting to embrace the villain role too, which he should do. I don't have a problem with
it.
it.
Then
He's
it's not.
starting to. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying he's good for it. Bro. I'm just saying he already has the crazy.
No. What I was about to say is this is why I don't watch it, because now you talking about embracing villain roles and all that. It feels like I'm watching a
WWE.
Watching wrestling or something, bro. Like
it's WWE.
Like if that's the case, then you need to put a stamp on it and say, yo, this ain't real, informative stuff we trying to give y'all. We just out here just giving out wild takes. Who can give the wildest take? Yep. So people won't be out here trying to take in what you saying and saying, yeah, you heard me say Luka not even top 5 people player or whatever. Whatever the stupid thing he said or whatever. So
I 100% agree.
That's why I don't watch them, man.
Gina Kim said, I love Tatum and all, but he'll have 1 or 2 good playoff games and go cold the rest of the series. Luka is just on a different level than these other guys. He a vet in this game. Yeah, man. And Tatum been playing longer.
And was it a better situation? You would think he would have kind of.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Luka won a championship before Tatum did. I wouldn't be surprised if Luka won a championship. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When Luka started winning, a lot of these players not gonna win championships.
You said Jordan?
Yep, that's how I feel. That's usually how great players are. Like, I know Steph teaming with KD kind of screwed up LeBron's run. Because truthfully, if Steph didn't team up with LeBron, a lot of people not getting championships. You feel me? But Steph would have just got one in the meantime when Kyrie got hurt. So that's usually how great players are. They run a time period, and it's like, well, you don't get anything. So when Luka starts winning, my advice for all these other teams and these players, I told you before, they better go win it before Luka do and get them like motivated and feeling a certain way, and better hope Joker didn't do it. That's why Steph Curry says, I hope he's on the precipice and all that stuff, because once he gets there, they're not winning it. It's done. That's how I feel. Ray says other players, fans didn't know they are setting their boys for failures. Yeah, all the time.
Nah, they don't. They still think they do. They still try to compare him to Luka every time we have a conversation or hear something or whatever or see on Twitter. So nah, they don't.
Frank said another fact you forgot is players who average the combined highest points per game, both in the regular season and playoff combined. Luka's third place, 28 points per game, 58% true shooting, only behind MJ and Wilt. Yep.
No, you meant Jason Tatum, Frank. What you meant?
I feel like Luka has a higher career points per game now than KD and LeBron.
He up there. Ain't they averaging like 27?
Yeah, I think Luka for his career is like 27, high 27. Yeah, like I think he higher than both of them now. And they done had renaissances at the end of their careers, like one of their highest scoring years. So it ain't like they've been dropping off, having like 21 a game, where it's like, oh man, their average has been dropping. It's been helping their averages, and Luka still got them. Nancy says, same thing. I'm sorry, Nancy, I read it already. Gina Kim says, what really gets me is the Shea is on the same level as Luka taught. Luka is like Jordan. They got to compare everyone to him. Yeah, Shay's just what's his name right now, bro? The dude, the shooting guard, Clyde Drexler. Shea, it's his turn now. It's his turn now. You feel me? Like, that's what these players are. It's his turn. You got to find somebody to compare it to him. He's that good, man. Like, it's not going to be interesting. It's going to be boring if nobody can compare it to him. He's the next item of the week. I'm sorry, Shea. And I like Shea. But I don't think probably the Mavericks probably won't lose to the Thunder a lot this year, if that's the case. I can see Luka playing those games and actually playing those games to win this time. Richard says, what has Boston done without Al Horford over the last 8 years? That's an awesome point, Richard. Shout out to Scottie Pippen.
I don't know.
Hey, man, I've seen Scottie go further than Mike did without Scottie. Gina Kim said they said Joker is out of shape too, and he got a championship. Luka's next. Paul George even said Luka's now. I mean, they know.
Like I said, Gina, he's out of shape, but yeah, he's still putting up better numbers than all those guys they claim is better than him.
Berg says the only players on Luka's level is Joker and Giannis, and we all know when it's all said and done, Luka will be better of those three. Yeah, I think he's gonna take a leap over them too when it's all said and done. Like, we're gonna be looking at it like, man, Joker and Giannis. Somebody like Larry Bird and I had the wrong idea. I thought Larry Bird and Magic Johnson was gonna be between Luka and Giannis. Nah, that's Joker and Giannis. Luka to Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You see what I'm doing there? Luka to Michael Jordan. It's the wrong one. With the third pick, he made the earth sick. MJ fade away perfect. Shout out to Hov.
Okay.
Frank said both regular season and playoffs, Luka averaged more points than KD and LeBron and other great players. And specifically, KD is a darn good scorer, but Luka already outscoring KD. So, hey, Frank
just answered your question.
I told you. They don't realize how great Luka is yet. I'll be like, y'all not paying attention. It's going to be once it's late in the career. I'm like, Luka, amazing. G2 said, honestly, I feel bad for Tatum. It feels like his team is on thin ice till one thing causes to explode. Luka is on the rise. Don't be surprised if KP's not playing at the beginning of the season, guys.
I'm not be surprised.
I don't have any inside source on that. I'm telling
you,
he already hurt. Secret words they're using to try not to explain he's hurt. Say he'll be okay for the regular season. Okay. How do you know? This guy's always hurt. How do you? He just got hurt. You know he's okay for the regular season.
He got hurt before the season even started.
Yep. And like, oh, he been ready for the regular season. Gina Kim says saw this on Twitter. Young stars career game scoring under 10 points. Jason Tatum 34, 37. De'Aaron Fox 43. SGA 40. Luka Doncic 6. 6.
That's like one a year.
6.
And notice, in them games that he scored under 10, those are games he was hurt.
Usually he hurt, yeah.
I remember he got hurt. What was that one game he got hurt in? And we won that game. He left like in the beginning of the game. It was this year, remember?
What it was, yeah, he got 0. It was someone when he got 0 at the beginning. I know he left a Miami one as well when he got hurt at the beginning. When he stepped on his ankle.
I remember one game he had 9. He sat down. He got hurt.
Luka doesn't get single digits. What game are you going to go into ever and expect Luka not to get 10 points? Bro, he gets that in the first quarter of like every damn game. Like every first quarter we done like, oh, okay, Luka got 10 points. It's levels. Look at that. That's not even bad. Like, I don't even think that's bad. These guys are 34 and 37 and all. It's just like it's a different level. SGA came in the league the same year Luka Doncic did.
Yeah.
Same year.
Now, in SGA defense, too, remember, he wasn't the guy for the longest, so.
That's fine. Either way, he's been a starter his whole career, hasn't he?
Except for the Clippers. Maybe he came off the bench.
He came off the bench for the beginning of the Clippers. I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron says Luka gets hate because he overcame the low ceiling the media gave him, and it's funny because the Mavs moved heaven and earth to get Luka like we did for Dirk. Yeah, they move it. It's because they can't see it, so they keep wanting it to be in front of their eyes. They want to be able to label it what his ceiling is, and it's like, bro, you don't know what his ceiling is like anybody else. Just believe it.
That's why, like the main like example of this is during the Phoenix series when like no matter the fact that Devin Booker still scored like 11 points and 12 points or whatever it was in the series, they was still dead set on saying Devin Booker was better than Dirk. And so when Dirk did what he did in Game 7, everybody was like, "Oh my God, this is unbelievable! I can't believe this." It's like, but as Mavs fans, like we've been telling y'all this whole time, we do is better than all these guys. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all just kept trying to. No, it's Devin Booker because he went to the finals a couple years ago.
You said he better than Dirk. I'm like, he ain't better than no Dirk. You meant Luka.
Oh.
You said
no. I said Devin.
You said Devin looked better than Dirk. You said it twice.
Oh my bad. No, I meant they were saying that he better than Luka. Yeah, I'm just like, come on, man. Like even like I said, even when he had that 11 points and 13 points or whatever, and it's like they were still just it's Devin Booker. I'm like, so then like I said, when he did what he did in Game 7, it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. What is this? This is something I've never seen before. It's like,
let me. I don't think again people understand the magnitude of games and situations. Luka Doncic outperformed the Phoenix Suns big 3, bruh.
No. He outperformed the Phoenix Suns.
Okay,
4 best players.
Because Mikal Bridges as well, as far as including him in there. But I'm just going to the big 3, the big contract. But Mikal Bridges might be a future All-Star as well. So the big 4, we can call it that. He outperformed the big 4 in a Game 7. That's stupid. Like that's stupid. But no, it's just a regular game for Luka. It is what it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Frankie said, I'm conflicted now. Happy Wood got a job at Wild Lakers. It is what it is. Shout out to the Mavericks for screwing them up. Shout out to Mark Cuban. What up, Slow Mo? He says all facts. Tatum straight up disappeared in the game 7. If you replace Luka with Tatum on the Celtics, he would have a championship, maybe 2. Oh no, he'd be running the league right now. Ain't no one. At every time that Jason Tatum been to the conference finals, Luka would have won a championship.
Oh my God.
He'd have beat Golden State Warriors. Yeah, they would have, like every time.
Because he didn't show up at all in that. Remember, it was really with Brown that was helping carry them in the finals.
He'd have beat Miami that year in the bubble.
Yep.
Like every year that he would have been there instead of he'd have been winning the championship, I think. He'd have been competing against the Lakers that year, especially with that team, with that Boston team as well around them.
Yeah, it was a good defensive team too and everything. Like,
that'd have been a good series right there. And Anthony Davis didn't show up in all the series. He wanted to disappear and all. So I don't see why Luka could have did it with Jaylen Brown. G2
Anthony Davis is the second best player in the league. Don't do it.
In the league. G2 said, I'm not taking this slander towards my boy Powell. By the way, best center in all of Canada. Any day now, we're going to trade the best center for Capella and picks. We're not trading the best center. G2.
Matter of fact, it's already September 6th. I haven't heard anything, but I think something might happen. I'm just saying.
Gina Kim said, that's why I hate when people say he's overrated. How can you watch him look at that team and say he's overrated? A ball hog, a cone on defense. He has his moments, but don't forget he's a dog. Yeah, when he shows effort, that's why he gets the steals and all. It's about how much energy can you give on defense, Luka. That's all it is. When he wants to stand in front of somebody and stop them, you can stop him. About how much effort can he give? Richard says Haywood gives you $31 million worth of powder, a dry powder next season. Oh, it's only 1 year left. Ooh. I don't know if I want to possibly waste a season though, man. I know that sounds so good. I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know about the Haywood
one. Gina Kim says overall, Stephen A. Smith just be running his mouth sometimes, so I don't take everything he says seriously. Switch them and Luka winning the Celtics 2 championships. Yep, at least.
Yep.
She said it's nice to know that Luka still has beef with Wagner. He was guarding him well too. I wish they beat Germany, but the refs were holding them and they weren't playing well. Yeah, and he got hurt. Berg says tomorrow is a 6 and Holmes can be packaged. All I'm saying, if Nico wants to contend this season, he needs to make that trade for 8 and ASAP. Oh
yeah, he can officially move Holmes now.
If we trade for 8, bro, I'm done. Like I'm just gonna. I might wear the crown all season. Like I ain't playing with you. I'm done. Gina Kim said I would also pick Toby over Powell. At least he would get elbowed he wouldn't get elbowed, I guess, every possession. Yeah. Karate. He says they poaching our talent like African game hunters. Excited to watch Wood destroy Powell next season with the 1,000,001 flexes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gina Kim says Pat Bev and McCants going at it on Gil's podcast was hilarious and very entertaining. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because Pat was going in on McCants. McCant was doing a lot of reaching too, man. That's the part that got me.
McCant,
like you talking like this dude, Pat not still in the league, bro. Like
hey, tripping. Gina Kim said, I feel like every interview Cuban mentions that it's Luka's team. I was just hoping Kai didn't see it to feel some type of way. Isn't that why Kai left LeBron media was calling him LeBron's son? Yeah, but it's a different respect, though, between Luka and Kyrie, luckily. So I think they'll be fine. But Mark just a fool, man. Gina Kim says the game is 7:30 Central. That's in the morning, correct? Gina Kim?
Probably the morning. Probably
8:30 my time.
Hey, how do I watch the game?
I got you. Jet says the only thing you can look back to on this is you feel what this team is letting Brunson walk. Chemistry was way better. Brunson's younger than Kai. He's more of a facilitator, cheaper. The duo between he and Luka obviously worked. They loved each other, and Brunson was a very close second reason why they made the Western Conference Finals push. But all we can do is pray this team and this chemistry can mesh. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
G2 said, I ain't going to lie. I want to be in Powell's camp. I want power. He's got $1 billion organization in the palm of his hands, bro, as a mafia boss.
Oh, man.
Gina Kim says, if Luka and Slovenia win tomorrow, I'm terminating my Kyle Legacy contract and taking my talents to Doncic Dynasty for 4 years, $350 million.
Man.
They're talking about Luka going to get that $80 million contract, bro.
Yeah, man. We already know that was going to happen, though.
Yeah. $80 million, Relle. That means his contract gonna be for like almost $500 million.
I mean, ain't that what was it? Saudi Arabia? Not that contract, but it's cool. I mean,
nah, it ain't. Nope. No, it ain't. Ain't nowhere near that still. It's still nowhere.
It's close. It's very close.
No, it ain't. Ain't nowhere near that still. Like nowhere. Nowhere. I'm still. If they gave him that contract, I'm quitting, Luka. You should leave. Take that contract.
Listen.
That's ridiculous.
Bro, he can play 1 year and not have to do anything
Never
ever
play.
again in his
Never
life.
play again. Done. He's like, I'm done. Gina Kim says Wood gonna have his revenge games on us like Dennis Smith Jr. did. I guess it was fate for him to become Hollywood. Yeah, it's a good place.
There's another player that they threw under the bus for Dennis Smith.
Yep.
Like I said, if things don't go right, they gotta find a scapegoat.
Jet says King is a Powell jersey in the background. Nah, Mahmoud Abdul
Rauf. Chris Jackson.
Shane Romero says you think this year's will be Luka's MVP year. Yes.
I do.
I almost want to bet my house on it as long as he don't get hurt.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna bet King's house on this year. This is his. Yeah. I'm kind of, I'm in a selfish way. I'm kind of with Johnny B. Lose tomorrow and then just go and rest until the training camp.
I don't want to lose tomorrow, y'all. I didn't say that, guys. That was a wrap. I want Slovenia to win tomorrow.
I said I kind of with Johnny B. Like for a selfish reason. I want Luka to be 100% going in.
I want him to be 100% too, but I want him to win. Go out there and just win it, man. Just go win and just.
You just don't want Powell to win. That's all good.
He don't have to. He don't got to do a bunch of practicing and all, man. You know, we just want him and Kyrie and the new guys. Guys just got to catch the ball and finish. But the way Luka moving without the ball though, nice. Jenna Kim said, "I don't understand what fans like about Powell other than his screens and stats. What big gets elbowed and bullied in the paint as much as he does? Can't score without lobs and barely rebounds and barely catches lobs. Like people act like he scores a bunch of points. He scores 5 points a game. Like
like this dude be catching lobs like Amari Stoudemire with the Phoenix Suns, getting you 30 points and all that.
He gets you 5 points a game, Relle. Like I don't care how efficient he is. He gets me 5 points. He could be shooting 100%. I don't care. Gina Kim also says he's a forward, not a center, but since he's basically forced to play 5 because he's definitely not complaining, he should work on his mid-range threes or something. Anything, please get him off his team. Yeah, he's a power forward.
They put him. Yeah, you're right. He's a power forward, but they put him at the 5 because he can't shoot.
I can't do anything else. So it's like
he can't do nothing else. Like you got to put him at the 5.
He doesn't have a position in this NBA. That's basically what you're saying. Div says, can someone please explain to me what exactly did Powell do so much better than Seawood, especially considering how Powell had zero pressure to perform while Seawood can't make one mistake or bench? You got to ask Larry that question.
That's a good question, but that's I like how you put that. That is a good question. Damn, that might be the question of the night. That's a good question,
Larry, man. I might have to post that. Yeah. Save that and post that on Friday.
What's this? 147. I'm gonna have to remember that. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Remember that one. That is a good one.
Nancy says Jason Tatum.
Yeah, Jason Tatum.
He's better.
Supposedly.
Gina Kim says Kyrie even gets more rebounds than Powell, but Kai thinks he's a 4 or 5, so that's no surprise. Yeah, Kai gets in there. And Powell still gets elbowed in the face. Harold said Luka is the benchmark all these youngs try their darnest to reach. They don't want Luka to win a title, 1 championship, and his talents alone. He's a top 10 player of all time. Not with 1, I don't think, Harold. Not
with 1, but I mean, he's on his way up there.
If he's 1 with his 1 finals, if he's 1, he's a top 20 player. I think with 1, Luka becomes a top 20. He's an argument for top 20, top 25. You gotta get 3 really. Like that 2, 3. That's why Will overrated to me. I keep telling everybody, man. But that's a whole different thing with me. But 3 will get you there. 3, you're a top 10 guy for sure. You get 3 championships, in my opinion, and you're the leader of 3 championship teams. 2, though, still having that conversation like Steph Curry and all. We're gonna start. If he gets 2, the conversation becomes, is he better than Steph Curry? That's all I want to start saying then. Gina Kim says it's going to take Luka to win a championship for them to finally respect him. When Luka hits his prime, it's over for the league. Doesn't even matter who's on his team because he'll be enough. I mean, he still want people on his team, though, Gina Kim. I saw LeBron. That year he lost to Orlando and all. LeBron averaged like 38 in that playoffs, I think, just complete. Still lost to him in 6 because his team couldn't help him out.
That's kind of what I was scared of with Luka and the FIBAs.
Yeah. She said Suns game. Which game you mean, Gina Kim? Let us know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Johnny B says, with the Seawood edition, y'all think we do it? What you mean, Johnny B?
Oh, you talking about championship? I don't know. I'm to the point now, John. I gotta see it.
I got you. Here we go. With the Seawood edition, y'all think we got enough to beat the Lakers? I'm not. I'm not. The Lakers aren't. They got to show me still. They still got to prove something to me too. I'm not like.
Yeah, and plus I gotta see how we look first, man. Cause like I said, we don't know what our rotation is gonna look like. We don't know what kid we're gonna get this year. All that stuff, man. So I gotta see it first to see how we look as a unit. Like, we're not worried about Kyrie, not worried about Luka. It's like everything else around them, not just the players, but the coaches and all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta see how all it is. We got about a month now, y'all, to preseason start. Training camp starts at the end of this month, so
we got the talent. By putting it together.
Yeah,
Gina Kim says Booker got embarrassed by Europeans 3 times, but Luka really showed it to him. Yeah, and Booker lost to 36ers. Always remember that.
I will never forget that. I'm sorry.
They got embarrassed too by the 36ers, I think. I don't even think they just lost.
Yeah, it was double digits for sure. I watched that game. It was nasty.
That's before we even had beef with the Suns. No, that was after the Suns.
No, it was after.
Yeah, that's after Luka took their heart, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why they had to go get Kevin Durant. Johnny B said we need Jonas. Capella is cool, but he's not as dominant as Valanciunas, and he can spread the floor. He was destroying the U.S. the other morning. They had no answer. Yeah, I don't trust Jonas's defense though. Sometimes he be getting like foul trouble and stuff a lot.
Yeah, he does. He did against us.
Yeah. So I worry about that. Yeah, the offense is great and all, but how does that affect the defense, Johnny B?
I'm kind of with you though, John. I think I'll take him over Capella, man.
Probably so. Johnny B says, I see it, Relle. Hold on to this one. Johnny B says, if the Lakers win the title next year and Wood gets the title before Luka, wouldn't that be a slap in the face? Not for me.
No, not for me. That's a slap face to your favorite owner of all time.
Yep.
And Jason Kidd, you're right. I get this. Got too much, man. He's a Glow Yard member with the 1999 Dono. Appreciate you, man. Can't wait to get that beat and get that new intro popping. He says, if the roster that we have around Luka this year doesn't work, I really don't know what else we can ask for outside of adding Embiid or Giannis. I think you just have to be able to develop the young guys. Yeah, that's what they're banking on. You're developing these guys, hoping that these guys are a little bit more are ready quicker than like what Josh Green and them were when they came into the league. So that's the reason why they drafted these two guys too, because they can fit a role. You know, like they're guys, they feel like they can fit a role immediately, not like immediately, but like a little bit quicker than what like a Hardy or Josh Green could fit.
I'm thinking immediately.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was immediately. Like I said, they're good. They're good. Good defenders on their on their own right. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised. But it's like what they're asked, what Josh Green and them are asked to develop, they're not asking for those two guys to develop. What Jaden Hardy's asked to develop, those two guys aren't asked to develop. You're already good defensively, just give us good defense, and then everything else will come afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
If you got the guys, if we drafted the right guys, it's all about will Luka and them stay around long enough for them to become them guys. Like you're saying, it's kind of like, I give examples.
You said $80 million. I think he will.
I mean, he might take the contract. He's going to sign the contract. So I'm gonna tell you again, like I'm telling everybody else, that next contract comes up. Luka Doncic is going to sign that contract. He's not going to. He's going to sign it. After he signs it, that's when I get worried about if we are what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But I say all that to say, situations like, remember Tracy McGrady left Orlando when they got Dwight Howard? He didn't want to wait. Imagine if he'd waited.
Well, no, that was after the Tracy McGrady.
No, Dwight, he didn't. He left because he didn't want to. They were drafting Dwight. He didn't want Dwight Howard to get drafted. Tracy McGrady, and said, "I wanted to get out of there." Chris Bosh with Vince Carter, same thing. Vince Carter said, "I didn't want to play with the young guys as far as coming up and all that stuff. Get me out of there." If they would have stayed there and played with those dudes, their careers probably have been a little different. They didn't do that. It's all about the young. If we pick the right guys, if Luka Doncic actually stays around him and Kyrie, and these guys actually develop quicker than I think they will, then we should be fine. But what you feeling about Josh Green, though? Are you still feeling good about him? Or where you at right now? What's your level right now of
I still gotta see him first.
Still gotta see it? Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is, just like I was telling you with a guy like Dennis Schroeder and them guys, or like Ryan Hollis Jefferson, those guys like that, you're being featured more. So now when you go back to your NBA team, you're gonna be playing a role. Like, how is that going to translate over to the team when we ask you just to play a role compared to you being the main focal point of the offense or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to see. Like I said, I'm really gonna give it. I really can give everybody answers when I see what's going to happen in the preseason. So that's why I'm thinking.
Good point. Jenny Kim said, any thoughts on the USA team? I'm sad Lithuania lost. They were good competition. I'm tired of watching blowouts. Give me a competitive game. Yeah, I think the U.S. get to the championship. You know what? No, U.S. If Germany wins, because Germany got to play again. If Germany wins, that might be a good game against the U.S. If Luka beats Canada, though, I think he's gonna play for the gold.
Yeah, I think they get past Canada. I think they can play.
I think they're gonna beat Serbia. No disrespect to them, whatever like that. I think they're gonna beat Serbia. So
hold on, is Jokic playing?
Nope.
Okay, then there you go.
I really think I'm gonna go this far. This the game really probably decide if Luka's gonna win the gold medal or not.
Yeah, I can see that.
If he gets past this game, because if he gets to that gold medal game,
if he gets past Canada, listen.
If he gets to the gold medal game, it's a game 7. It's game 7, Luka. You feel me? Like, that's where who got the best play on the floor for one game. So that's
the USA dude. They got Austin Reeves.
They got Austin. So I mean, it's a big game, bro. That's what I'm saying. If he can get past Canada, I still can see Luka winning the whole thing. You just got to get past Canada.
We got like 4 minutes left. What you want to do?
I got you. How many left? We don't got the. Oh man. All right. Let me try to rank them down. Johnny B said, now that it's all over for Australia, can we admit that Exum looked better than Josh Green? Nah, I don't think he looked better than Josh Green.
Exum looked good, though.
He did, but I don't think you just trying to knock Josh Green again, John. Dave said Cuban is all about how he looks. You know he has some hate for Kyrie stance on vax drugs, cost plus drugs. So you know he would love to blame him first chance he gets. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Shane said, we think Luka will stay loyal to the Mavs. If not, how long you think he will stay? I'm giving it to him.
I'm not sure, man. But I know he gonna. I can't say I know for sure he gonna sign that contract. $80 million. He can't pass that up.
Bro, he's signing the hell out of that contract as soon as he can. Gina Kim said, I meant Suns games when you were talking about the game where he got hurt and scored 0, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
It was
that game. It was a game. You're right, Gina. You're right. The first, I think it was like a minute in the game or something like that. You're right.
Div says, if you are Kyrie, how do you feel having the owner say we know it is 24-year-old kids team? I mean, what the F? We bring Kyrie for vet leadership, and you put Luke in a stupid situation in the locker room. That's our owner. Not our owner, but the team owner. Div says, Jonas is fine if we can't get no one, but let's us be real. That doesn't make us a contender. That's how I feel.
No. We ain't saying that. But better than the White Powell.
It is. Richard says, if you're going to bet your house, always take the over for hits at the white face. Is the best bet. Absolutely. And the under on rebounds.
Yeah.
Johnny B said, do y'all believe in kid mediocre defensive schemes this year, even though this team is kind of undersized? I don't think it's really undersized, other than the center position. Yeah, if Lively's
long
playing,
everywhere else.
Yeah, if Lively's playing and Lively actually becomes a starter and all, we're not undersized at all.
Lively's 7'2".
Yeah. Nancy says, I think Luka and Kyrie can be one of the best backcourts in the NBA this year. I really hope Jake Kidd uses them more together this year. One of the best backcourts in NBA history, I think, Nancy. They could be.
According to Mark Cuban, they're going to have Kyrie standing in the corner.
Yep. Johnny B said, would y'all trade Green or Hardy or both in a package to get 8? And why would you say that to me, man? No, I can't. I got to sleep on it. Stop. Stop, bro. I don't want to think about it. Div, why you doing that, Johnny? That's a Friday question. Div says, what if Luka decides to sign a 1-year deal with player option? Then he could pick the team he wants to go to. And we all know, even if he got injured, every team would line up. to max him out. Yeah, I mean,
hey, then he won't get that $80 million then.
Well, he would get more after that. After the
now, because we would have his bird rights, we always can give him more.
If you give him one, I know. So he's saying he's going to sign probably like a 1 and a 1. So 2-year option, right? The way LeBron was doing. Remember when he was doing for Cleveland, and then so that the next team he can go on, he can sign for the contract. He can sign the max afterwards.
Yeah, he can sign the max, but we would still be able to give him more.
The super max. I got you. That's the full thing. Yeah, you're right. He got to sign. Dave, he's going to sign the full money with the Mavericks.
Yeah. He's going to sign the full with the Mavericks.
If he wants to move, he'll just say, "I want to get traded. You trade me, please." After
it'll be just like when Kawhi tried to do that, right? Like, and he understood that he wasn't going to get that money if he went to another team. He just wanted to get out of San Antonio.
You said Dame Lillard. You said Bradley Beal. Orange Juice says, remember when Kyrie dominated FIBA, he was starting point guard over Curry and Harden and outshined them. We got the best 2-star combo talent-wise in the league. Hey, Kyrie 12th, though. Jenna Kim said, I need Luka to win the Western Conference because I know he really wants it, especially after the disappointing season. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If Luka gets to the championship, I want him to win it. I don't want him to lose in the finals. Dave says, USA will win every game by 20 from now on. No other team will give them any problems. You forget USA also has the best coaching, and Kerr knows how to play versus Luka when he has no one on the team. I mean, I hear you, but they might do that because they lost. I wouldn't disagree with that, but I don't. Kerr had a problem. They barely defended Luka last time. Like, that was with Andrew Wiggins and all them guys. Like, I don't know. They don't really have that many defensive like machines over there. Mikal Bridges gets smoked. Jaren Jackson Jr. don't seem to be like.
They got Austin Reeves, though.
Austin Reeves, yeah. Like Johnny B said, y'all sleep on Serbia, Bogdan, and Jovic look incredible without Joker. You're right. That's my guy, Jovic. You already know. Shout out to Richard. Colton says, how soon till y'all think D-Live will be starting? Hopefully game 1. If it's
I will let you know, Colton, after the like I said, during preseason.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Jana Kim says, at this point, we're accepting any bigs that are better than Powell. Steve Much says if Josh Green and Derek Lively are as good as I believe they will be this year, the sky's the limit. Lively is going to be so good. Just watch Rookie of the Year candidate. That's what I'm starting to feel too much. I might be underappreciating. Shout out to Larry for that one too. Larry said he's going to be amazing. Shane says, when is Luka going to sign the contract? Once it's over, he still has
he still got
3 years, right? 2.5, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. Right? Yeah. Like Kyrie. It's lined up with Kyrie.
Yeah.
Gina Kemnis says, last I love Austin Reeves, but I think Slovenia can get a mismatch and cook. Oh, he couldn't play against Lithuania. They had to take him out the game. That's the reason they lost. They came back when he was off the court.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But yeah, man, that's gonna probably do it for us tonight, y'all. We are for 2 hours now. We definitely appreciate everybody rocking with us for a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs, guys. Listen, man, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're into Dallas Mav content, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man, and join the Glow Yard family here, guys. Also, everybody, please hit that like button on your way out, man. We definitely would appreciate it, man. That will help us out tremendously. We definitely would appreciate that. And for people, man, who want to join us here on Fridays, man, just go ahead and hit that join button right next to the subscribe button if you're on your computer on an Android. And if you're on an iPhone, guys, you have to go through Safari and go to the YouTube desktop and hit join that way, guys, to join our membership here, man. Like I said, we have great moments on Fridays, man. I can't wait till this Friday because I'm about to get Larry and Johnny B. I can't wait for that, man. So y'all boys look forward to that, man. Get yourselves ready, get up and be ready. Yep. Be on time. Yeah, be on time, Johnny. But yeah, man. So guys, if you want to join the Glow Yard membership, guys, go ahead and hit that join button. Also, this will be up in podcast form here tonight, guys. As soon as we're done here, shout out to the people who watch us on listen to us on podcast form. Shout out to them, man. Also, guys, we this was better with that real. Bro, y'all had you understand? Y'all almost had a 4-hour show, bro. We were going, my wife was like looking on my phone, like we was in a hotel room and we was getting ready to leave, and I was like, man, let me see what they were talking about on the show. So yeah, I said, let me see how long the show was. I was gonna do something. I got something out the bathroom before we got ready to leave, and she looked at my phone. It's like, this thing was almost 4 hours. I was like, wait, what? I said, oh my God. I said, hey, power the king. I can't be on here for 4 hours, man. I'm sorry, man. I got things I gotta do. I can't do it, man.
I was going there with Larry and Johnny.
Yeah, he was, man. I was like, he ain't even looking at the time. He just going in on these dudes, man. But yeah, man. Guys, you guys can follow us on our socials too, guys. We have all the links down in the description box below if you guys want to follow us on our socials. what else is something? Oh, merch. We don't have the jerseys yet. We gonna get that for you. We're gonna talk to the Glow Yard members first about that, guys. They're members of the channel. We're gonna talk to them about the merch first. The jerseys. We'll talk to them about the jerseys first. But as the regular merch for the channel, anybody can get the merch. Just go to our page, our YouTube channel page. Scroll over to the About tab. Scroll down to Glow Merch. Click on that, and it'll take you right to the page for our merch. And also, you can find a link in our Twitter bio to the merch if you guys want to go that way. Kings, everything I'm forgetting?
Share, and more share, guys. Got I think an exciting season coming up. Ready to start moving these numbers on our way to 2,000 and beyond. I think it's gonna be a good one. So I'm excited. Thank you guys so much as always. Shout out to everybody in the Glow Yard. And let's do this. Shout out to the Rangers, man.
I gotta get that little shot in, huh? You know what, man? I'm gonna have to hit Freezy and them up, man, and see if they want to do a crossover this Saturday.
Crossover. You see how I organized the videos?
Nah, I ain't seen it yet.
Oh, you need to check it out. You found
Yeah, I'll check it out. But yeah, I'm gonna hit them up here, probably him up tomorrow. See if they want to do a crossover. If not, man, we'll be here on Saturday, guys. You know how we do it Saturday morning. Listen, guys. With all that being said, man, it is your boy Relle. I got my boy King. We Talk Mavs, where we talk Dallas Mavericks from a fan's perspective, man. We will be back here on Saturday, either our show on Saturday or it will be a crossover on Saturdays. Just stay tuned. Same map time, same map channel. Go Mavs. And we out, y'all.